Yes, sir.
So we're live.
Give me some water. So I don't die of thirst. Can't be drinking anything. Yep.
Oh, she hit me up in that.
Who?
So we're live. Can you hear us?
What's up out there? Is anybody awake? Or is it just
See if you can hear us. Let us know you can hear us.
The awakening of the black conservative. Is that all who's awake out here? See? No. No, see. No, see, papi. Yeah, we got the MAGA hats. We making America great again in D.C. That's what we've been doing for the past couple of days or so. We're making America great again in D.C. How many of y'all can say that? Who out there can say that?
How many?
We've been out here. How long we been out here? Since Thursday?
Since Thursday.
Came in here Thursday and we've been making America great again.
Who can hear us? Oh, I guess you can't hear us.
That's what I'm talking about. How you know?
Cause Tamika over there with the phone running.
Oh, you can hear us.
Can you hear us good?
Yeah, we in the hotel room, man. Speak to us. What we got going on? Yeah, we just in the hotel room. We actually waiting for some people.
Okay, good.
We actually waiting for some people to come to the room. Yeah, so we can talk about all our experiences.
Huh? Hey man, push the stream out, man. Put it out there. All y'all on the stream, push it out. Trying to wait for some people to come on.
You at the Hyatt?
No.
Oh, okay.
Over there, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, like fast or something. I thought you were just messing.
We were trying to get in touch with y'all all weekend.
All right.
I'm tired. Can't hardly think.
Your buddy.
That's my wife, Tamika.
Sleep. You gotta get up here, right? No.
Hi.
Nice to meet you. How's everything? You enjoying it? Is everything good? It's amazing. Is it amazing?
This has been amazing.
Is it awesome? Like really? Like this is something that's never happened before.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So I guess some people starting to hop on here. So want to introduce yourself? You can hop on in.
You can actually hand you the microphone.
Okay.
Hey. Back here. This ain't what you think. This is I with the Hayes brothers here. Yeah, we still in room 550. That's where we at.
I know the lighting
DC,
sucks, but it's okay.
It's all good, man. We just want to talk to y'all. Even if y'all can hear the audio, it's all good. So who do we have here? Who we have here?
So I'm Shekinah Geist, and I'm from Colorado.
She's from Colorado.
Yep.
Beautiful state of Colorado.
Yeah.
Right. In a cold place.
It gets cold.
Yeah.
It's cold right now.
It is cold right
Yeah.
now. We in DC and it's cold. Like I got 2 layers on right here. You know, so it's very cold, very cold. So what's bringing you out here today? I mean, we all know. But
The Young Black Leadership Summit.
Young Black Leadership Summit.
Yeah. Yep.
We know we're old guys or whatever, but we know we're
still young.
We're young.
Still in my 20s.
Are you?
I got 2 years left.
You see?
I got 2 years left.
You telling everybody the age or whatever?
I don't care. I'm 28.
28. All right. So what have we been experiencing? They've been hearing it from us, but you know, we I'm not gonna say we lie sometimes, but you know, people don't always believe us, so we want to get a secondhand experience here. So what have we been experiencing these past 2 or 3 days?
Just so many amazing speakers and so many amazing people that want to spread the conservative movement to the Black community and to change the inner cities in so many different areas that have not been touched on by Democrats whatsoever.
Exactly. We had amazing speakers today. It was
seriously
awesome.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, yesterday was amazing. Like,
Yesterday was amazing.
That was
everything. It was like
so amazing.
Like, where were you in that crowd? Because I mean, like,
I was towards the front.
You were okay. You got in early. Like, they pushed us to the back.
So you got some autographs and stuff.
I didn't get my hat signed or anything.
You
I'm
did?
so sad. No.
Did you get a picture?
No, I was so
you're too
sad.
nice. You're
Yeah,
too nice.
I
You're
was
too
like, oh,
nice.
sorry, I don't want to bump you. Yeah, I was
Like, I
just so.
heard people up there like elbowing people in the side of their necks and stuff just to get a picture.
No.
Right?
No.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Christoph, you out the view, man. Come on, slide in here, man. Like, oh, okay.
Okay.
You've been a gentleman.
You've been a gentleman. Yeah. That's not you, but okay, we'll do that. No, just messing. Yeah. So yeah, with the president, your experience like up there front, you said you were close to the front,
Mhm.
so you were up there the whole time.
Yeah.
Really?
Oh,
Yeah.
it was so amazing.
It was.
It was
Like,
so
what did you
cool.
get out of that speech? Was it just like did you get to see him in a different light, or did you hear anything that you hadn't heard before? Or?
I just think that it just reiterated how I feel about President Trump. I think he cares about the Black community. I really do think that he cares. And I think that people think that we're just pawns in his game, but we're not. He actually, he really does care. He cares about the American people. And I've never seen any other president do this, like being interested in the Black community and letting us come into the White House to speak to us and what he wants to do for the Black community and the issues that he wants to talk about. Yeah.
Y'all don't play her. She said she's never seen the president. She's young, but don't play her. And like y'all probably thinking, well, that's the only president you know, you know. But we know that he is doing more than at least the past two presidents have done,
Right.
especially for the Black community. So
Mhm.
definitely, it was a big. You know, it was different to see him in person and actually be able to experience him speaking like right in front of us to our faces.
Yeah.
Obviously, optics is everything. When you're watching something on TV. It can be, the lines can be blurred and it can seem not so real to you, but being in front of him in the same room as in him, it was like, it made him more genuine to me.
Yeah.
So
Same.
it was amazing. Say what?
Might need to take my.
No.
I'm very loud, so I think I'll be okay.
I'm looking at the bars here. And
Hey!
it's
No.
Hey!
Yeah, just like that.
I probably should do that, but it's all good. It's all good. Yeah. So other than the president today, the speakers, who was your favorite speaker?
Oh,
I mean, we had everybody. What it listed?
I
know you
loved-
Remember we had.
I loved Ben Carson and I loved
Oh.
Larry Elder. He was amazing. He was
Larry
so
Elder.
amazing. Oh,
We
He was
had
so
Larry
good.
Elder, you guys. Like Larry Elder was in the building.
He was so good.
That would have blew my mind.
yeah.
I would have been done with everything.
Yeah.
Some stepped up.
Oh,
Yeah. Tom Sowell. We had what? We had Larry Elder.
Larry Elder like baby Tommy Soul. So I mean, it's
Yeah, that's true.
yeah.
That is true. That's true. I got it. Don't worry about it, Christoph. I don't want you. I'm sorry.
No, you're good. You're good.
You're lagging. You're good. Lagging real bad, really? I thought the internet here was good.
Hello.
I thought the internet here was real good.
No.
That want to go on the video?
Come on. Wow.
No, you
Y'all
talking to
can
the
add
video.
You see the much?
Ooh,
Yeah.
come sit.
down.
So we have Imani. Introduce yourselves.
My name is Imani.
You got one name, like.
Princess Ghetto.
My name is Imani Stewart. I'm from North Carolina. Rolling Chapel Christian Church. It could be more than one.
Okay, so your experience, Imani. Imani, did you say your last name? You didn't tell us your last name. I don't want to put too much information out there. Okay, Imani. So from North Carolina, from Rolling Chapel Christian Church. That's what you said. Yeah, amen. So so your experience here thus far, like what are some things that you have experienced that you feel like I guess if you hadn't been here, you know, you wouldn't really get it anywhere else. What's something that you could say is like been an utmost experience that you've acquired over these couple of days?
So I really created my own, like, how can I say this? My own views of Donald Trump. At first, I was just looking at what society thought out him and like just going with their thoughts and making them my own thoughts. But now I have my really individual thoughts about him, and he's not as bad as I thought. You know, I really, kind of support him in some ways. And especially being Carson too as well.
Good man.
Yes, he really is. I appreciate what he does for the children. Yes.
There you go. Nice. Okay, you can take it back, Shakan. All right. Well, I know you said that you what? Why you tripping off your money?
Nothing. Just proceed.
Why you tripping off your money? Okay, so you said your favorite speaker was it? You said
I liked a lot of them.
Ben Carson. Then you said Larry.
Mhm.
Yeah, I thought so. I thought that was. Yeah, so you said
Larry Elder.
but she said Ben Carson as well. So I mean, I'm trying to break it down to one. You know, we got split down to one. So if you had to pick one, Ben Carson, Larry Elder.
Larry Elder.
You hear that, Ben Carson?
Larry's better than you.
Larry's. But you work on people's brains. I mean, you're good. It's all good. It's all good. So okay, let me ask you. So were you there for all the speakers? You didn't catch all the speakers. How many did you catch?
Should have been. Hey man, this gonna be a
Like 6.
party over here, dude.
6 speakers. Hey, my man, what's going on? What's going on? We got more people crowding this room. We got like a house party here. Not gonna get too hot. All right. So Imani, so out of the speakers that you were able to experience, like which one was your favorite?
I don't know his name, but the man that spoke on gun control, black gun.
Maj or
Oh, Maj. You talking about Maj?
Oh yeah, Monster Ray.
Corleone.
Yeah, you probably wasn't there for Corleone. Yeah, Corleone was great.
Oh,
Corleone was
Corleone.
great.
That dude. Oh, Corleone.
Oh. All right. Raise your hand. Raise your.
I put it like this. I'm gonna put this out there. It's gonna sound wrong, and I'm putting it out to the whole world. If I was gay,
All right. Okay. All right. So, okay. All right. Oh.
If you were gay, what?
I'd be following Corleone like crazy.
No.
You already follow him like crazy. Like, it's fair enough. All right.
Not a gay way though.
He got an Instagram.
It's not a gay way though.
You the other one got
Monster
That
Ray.
dude like on Gun Rights Show. That dude is like, oh,
Like Maj.
I like
All right. Raise your hand for Maj. All right. Now, put your hand down and raise your hand for Corleone. Yeah, I'm non-partisan. You realize I raised my hand for both of y'all, right? So I mean, I'm down with both of y'all. You know, it's all good. We can do 2-way all day. We can go shooting. It's all good. You know.
all right, Corleone worked great.
Yeah. See how they just betrayed.
No, Maj.
Maj.
Except
Except she didn't trip out on Maj like that.
He don't care what nobody thinks.
Yeah,
and I
he was
like
good.
that. That's how people
Yeah.
should be. If you wanna be a leader,
and
I feel like
And I appreciate the focus that you had on the Constitution. That was a great aspect. I like that. You know, you really focused on Constitution, Maj. So Monster Ray, everybody go check him out. If y'all don't know who we're talking about, he's definitely a big 2-way advocate. We know a lot of you are as well. So go check him out.
How old are y'all? Like y'all too young to carry guns.
And you saw how he said that everybody need to be taught how to shoot guns.
Yes.
Now
been
you
taught how to shoot
see
guns.
what I be talking. You should speak
I try
on
to
that,
teach you.
Chris. Come on, let's speak on that.
I try to teach you how to shoot guns.
No, it's not certain people. Did you hear what Maj said? It's not certain people. It's everybody.
I'm talking about everybody. I'm
But he
talking
said
about
everybody.
you.
I'm talking about
I'm
me
talking
too.
about
Everybody. I'm a
If you know this girl,
Y'all like sis like okay. So you weren't introduced. So what? Give them your name and where you're from, and then tell us who your favorite speaker was. You said give me the mic. I heard you say.
I'm Malaysia. That's all I can say, right?
Yeah, talk loud.
I'm Malaysia, and my favorite speaker was the Maj. What's his name? Maj Touré. Yeah, because he was so blunt. I really. He talked
Oh, okay, we got a
good.
crusher over here.
He talks good.
You got a crush on him? Me too.
Anyways,
Anyways, yeah, it's okay.
Christoph, you've been in here the longest.
yeah, come on,
You can hit him in here first. He right behind you.
Y'all really into this. Tell these people to add me.
You gotta get in. Chris, you are like.
What's going on, y'all?
What?
My name is Greg. Y'all can see me, right? Yeah. What's up? My name is Greg Henderson, representing the Proud Boys in Philly, but I'm from South Jersey. Yes, I am. Yeah. Now, I would say my favorite speaker was probably Corleone Noir. Because here's the thing. I mean, he's very well spoken, but he knows his stuff when it comes to guns. And I mean, what better person to watch? He knows what he's talking about, and he can articulate it very well, you know. But yeah, now this whole weekend has been lit. I'm sure all of y'all can agree that, man. It's been great. Been really great. So who's next? You want to pass it back?
Christoph, man, Christoph. Yeah. I put it back right here. I'm sorry, Scott. Yeah. on up, Christoph. We
I mean,
already know your name.
Don't put my setup down up here now, man. I know it's like makeshift. Don't put it off the table.
We bootleg right now. So yeah. They know your name, so
Yeah, I know the light. So
tell them where you're from and tell them who your favorite speaker was, because I think you saw the whole thing, right?
I'm sorry.
Okay.
I'm Christoph from North Carolina, and I had a couple of favorite speakers. Larry Elder,
Keep the mic on you.
Ahmad, the
It's like you're a politician talking like this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna legislate it.
I don't remember the other man's name.
What was he talking about?
The gun.
Oh, Coleon Noor.
Him.
Okay.
And our last two speakers,
Brandon Tatum.
yes.
And yeah, he was hilarious. What's my man name? My pamphlet. Yeah, the big guy.
Oh yeah.
Joe.
Honestly, he was. This is what I'm thinking. You're talking about. He had the place erupting like crazy every time he was speaking. Oh no,
His name's not up there.
Yeah.
No, this is Raphael Bate.
Raphael, that's his name.
Raphael Baton, yeah.
Raphael Bate.
Batain, I said Baton. Definitely. Yeah. So that's amazing.
Great.
Yeah. So anybody else White House experience? Anybody else want to talk on your White House experience? Because I know she kind of did. So anybody else want to talk on your White House experience? Christoph.
Yeah, they did.
Well, my White House experience was something I never thought I was going to experience. For me, not being that into politics and just going with the flow, being able to hear what he said, what he has to say about his stuff and actually mean it is just mind blowing.
Awesome. Okay, now, Shkan, I know you already talked about yours just a little bit, but the pushback, when everyone was getting pushed back, we were in the back, so we didn't know what the heck was going on. So can you elaborate on that since you were in the front? Yeah.
It was people were pushing up to the front,
Mm.
and it was getting to the point where people were like about to go past the ropes.
Oh, so that's what
And Montaga, what's his actual name? Tony? Is that what his actual name is?
Tony.
I don't know, but he was ticked.
Oh, I know you're talking about. Yeah.
Ticked. Yeah, he was ticked and told everybody to push back.
Push back. So that's why we were getting pushed back.
Yeah.
We were getting pushed back into the media. I was like, what? Seriously. I thought everybody was just tripping up there. Like, I'm like, dude, we can't go back any further. Like, chill out.
Yeah.
Like, I'm in the media lens almost, so it was crazy. All right.
What you think to me? I want to be in the video. No, you got to be seen by the camera here. If you're going to talk, you got to be in the view, see?
Oh, well, you got to go through the full scope then, all right? Give me your name, where you from?
I'm Tamika. I'm from North Carolina.
And my wife.
Okay.
Yeah. So what am I saying?
I mean, get your face down here so they can see you.
Okay. I really enjoyed myself this weekend. I enjoyed going to the White House, and I did change my mind about Trump. So he's not a bad guy. And I like Stacey Dash. She was awesome. And yes, I love her. And Brandon Tatum. Ooh, yeah, he was awesome. And who was the other guy? Coleon. Yes, that's my other one. That's my favorite. But yeah, I have learned a lot. I've learned a lot since I've been here. So yeah.
So, we were at Imani about the White House experience.
If she was there the whole time.
I know.
And I was. Where were we gonna go? We really weren't doing. I want a hoodie. I really want.
I didn't see it.
Don't argue with me talking to people.
My White House experience was good. The fact that I couldn't really see though, that kind of made me upset. But I mean, it was good. I like walking around and seeing everything. The only thing I didn't like, am I allowed to say what I don't like?
Yeah. Why wouldn't you?
The whole wall thing and how everybody was just shouting out different stuff and how he was I don't know, like just basically, yeah. And I didn't really like then how everybody was just like, oh, that's race, that's not racist and stuff. Because people are saying it's not. They kept using the phrase "it's not racist to care about your race or to put black people first." Yeah, like he was saying, how is it racist to put your community or your state first, like the people that's already here? And I don't really agree with that all the way, because if we look around us, it's a whole bunch of Hispanic people here, right? Okay, so okay, so if we look around us, there's a lot of Hispanic people here just being aid to America. And I feel like that's being overlooked by their citizenship or something. And it's like he's saying all they have to do is fight for citizenship. But I know people right now who aren't legal fighting for citizenship. And it's a hard process. So I feel like if they're all saying like they need to get citizenship and they need to ask for it, or just like, advocate for themselves, they're already doing that and the process is not going that good. So why can't you help them help themselves?
Okay. This is the main thing.
Does anyone else want to comment on that before you do? I just want to ask. I said, does anybody else want to comment on what she said?
Oh yeah, before I go to. You got a big following on Instagram. Why don't you take it? Or that's not your.
Well, I have a lot of different thoughts on this, but I think that there could be help getting citizenship, but I think that it does require a lot of resources to make that happen. That's what I have to say.
But then
I mean, I'm gonna just keep this short. Honestly, I think that if we didn't have to worry so much, if we didn't have the issues of people trying to cross over illegally, and we didn't have to worry about that so much, we could focus more on making the process easier for people to come here the right way. Now, okay, all right, hold on. Now you can get a chance to respond, but I'm just saying, like, I think that if we're going to, because what you're basically saying is, and correct me if I'm wrong, what you're basically saying is you're trying to have people that are waiting so long to come over here and go through that hard process to make it easier for them, and have us make it like better for them, basically helping them. That's what you're basically saying, right? Okay, so do you think that we would be able to focus more on that if we didn't have such a big problem, say, with other people trying to cross illegally? Think about it, we're with Trump in office, we're really focusing on combating that with the whole caravan situation, and even a little bit before that. So that's basically my take on it. I think that it would be easier for us to help them if we didn't have to worry so much about people, because there's a bigger problem with people coming over here illegally than people already doing the right thing. We don't have to worry about them as it is, because they're already trying to fill out the paperwork, going about it the right way.
Yeah.
So.
Okay.
Then I'll take it.
So the main thing that I'm hearing is that Hispanics are getting in the way by coming in illegally, right?
Yeah.
Right?
Well,
okay.
If you're going to put it in that harsh way, yeah.
Okay, well, they talking about how the unemployment rates are going up and stuff, and everything is on the up and up. So what negativity are Hispanics going? I mean, unemployment rate is going down. So how are they really in the way? Like, if everything is on the up and up.
Okay, so okay, so basically, I'm not saying that everything is good and that basically there aren't still things we have to worry about. I mean, just because GDP rate is good, all right, just because unemployment is at an all-time low for the Black community, for women, and just in general, that doesn't mean we still don't have stuff to work on. So we still, that's still a problem that's still there. Things are great. Here's the thing. The whole slogan is, when people say make America great again, they're not saying that, all right, it's good now, so we don't really have to, we're done. All the work's done. We're good. No, we got to keep working on it. And that's another problem that we still need to handle. So I'm not really saying that people that are trying to come over here illegally are necessarily getting in the way. Well, I am saying that, but it's coming off as if like I'm saying it's their fault. I'm not saying that that's what they're purposely trying to do. No, they're coming over here. Some people are trying to come over here for a better life. Other people are trying to come over here to do some fuck shit. But and then it's obvious, we know. But my thing is, it's not good to just ignore the whole border situation because we have people that are, going through that long, hard process to come over here. Here's the thing. If people are going through that, once they do get over here, one, they're going to appreciate it way more. And on top of that, again, that's still a problem we have to focus on. I mean, that was a response to you, but I mean, all right.
It's all good. Yeah. Okay. So.
All right, this is the deal right here. I'm gonna break it down in a simple way. Let's say this: you got at your house. How many bedrooms you got in your house? You got 3 bedrooms in your house. Now let's say each of them bedrooms is a state. We'll put it like that. Now there's a certain amount of seats, beds, furniture per se in each room. Each piece of furniture is a job. So you got all of the jobs or seats or furniture taken up in your house. There ain't nowhere else to sleep. And you got people trying to break in through the windows. They're not trying to come through the door. They're trying to break in through the windows. Now, the thing is, how do you keep people from just waltzing in the house? Because you got the door wide open. Now, they can come straight through the door. You got your windows open. They can come through the windows. What's to stop them from taking up too much room in the house? Because you got a certain amount of food in the refrigerator. Got people eating up the food. Now, if folks just waltzing in, you don't know who coming in, what's going to happen? You're going to starve to death. You ain't going to have enough jobs for the people that's already there. You ain't going to have enough room for the people to sleep that's already there. So what's the thing you do to keep that from happening? What you do with the door? What you do with the door, man? Answer the question.
Tell me that. No. Okay, thank you. All right, thank you.
The sensible thing to do is to close the door.
But does she? The thing is, does she see that issue of there being individuals coming over that are causing turmoil?
That's what I want to know now. Yeah. Like this. Now you got a lot of criminals coming over. Not saying that everybody that comes over is a criminal. Not saying that all Hispanic people or immigrants are criminals. Not saying that. But it's a process that we have in this country of assimilating and becoming a citizen. And if you're willing to do that, it takes a long time to understand that. But the point of that is to assimilate to how we live here and to become an American. You're not supposed to be a Mexican in America. You're supposed to be an American. You're coming over here to be American. That's the thing. People used to come here to become American. They're not coming here to become American no more. They're coming here being a Mexican in America. That ain't what. That's not how we roll here. Stop focusing on the comments and focus on what I'm saying. So it's not the fact we don't like these people that's coming over. That's fine. Ain't nobody against immigration. Immigration is fine. The country was built on immigration. We understand that. But don't let nobody tell you that you're an immigrant, because they use that all the time. We're all immigrants. No, we're not. Most of us were born here.
Oh yeah.
So you're saying that the whole racial labeling is the whole turmoil, and the whole problem.
Language is the biggest thing. I urge every one of y'all to read 1984. Read 1984 and you'll see what they're trying to do. Oh no, you control the language, and once you start controlling the language, you can control the media, and once you control the media and the language, you control how everybody else thinks.
The language is foundation.
It is.
Yeah,
it is. Definitely.
So how they say he's against immigration? No, he's not against immigration. He's against illegal immigration. The illegal part is the issue. You're coming over here without being vetted. You're coming over here without any type of daggone
trespassing.
We don't have documentation on you. So you eating food and we don't even know how much you're eating. Why? Because you're not documented.
And everything costs money.
You taking jobs. You working 3 jobs.
Like his views on DACA.
Take that.
His views on DACA?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, he's been very straightforward about the whole situation with DACA. So as far as when it was implemented a couple years or so back, I think where he stands with it is trying to just make something. And his views, from what I've seen, is actually been a lot more pro, immigrants and pro immigration than even Obama was. So actually, and he doesn't even, and a lot of people try to twist it to make it seem like he doesn't like immigrants or whatnot, but he has no problem with immigrants. Like Chris just said, it's illegal immigration. So as far as DACA goes, he was actually trying to put a deal in place to help the immigrants. He was trying to put a deal in place to make it easier for them to make, because he knows that when you talk about it being hard for them to come over and it taking so long, he knows that process is very strenuous and it takes way too long. So he was actually trying to put a deal in place to make it a lot easier. But you got to think about it. It's not just him. Trump just, and they make executive orders now. They do implement executive orders, which I think is unconstitutional. But still, he didn't just throw that out there. He went the right way, tried to go through Congress. Exactly. So they don't want to work with him on making DACA better. But people when they hear DACA, they straight up tied to Obama. And those people that are Obama flunkies, they're gonna automatically think that just because he's trying to make a better deal or whatever, or just because he's trying to rearrange or fix DACA, that he's against Obama, therefore it can't be good. It's automatically negative and it's automatically racist. So the whole deal with DACA, like I think that's more so on Congress than the president. So
another thing, all right. So you letting illegals over here. We don't have a border. We have a border, but it's not secure. So you got people just coming over here. Look at all the homeless people. Look at all the homeless people we've seen in DC since we've been here. All of those people need help. Some of them, they got drug issues. I understand that they messed their life up and they made a whole lot of bad choices. But you got people here that you need to take care of first before you go out and help somebody else. Charity begins at home and then it's spread abroad. If you can't help yourself at home, if you can't help your own house, you can't help nobody else.
Okay, but look, compare the issues though. The people that we see in DC are outside just sitting there not looking for help or trying to help themselves. Whereas there are so many Hispanic people who are here illegally, but they're putting in more work and effort than the people that are here.
Okay. So my question to them is, why didn't you do something to help your own country? Why
if you look at the government,
I'm just saying.
I don't know.
Like us, if we don't do something like step up and stop our government from doing what they're doing now, we're gonna be just like them. So it's up to the people to stand up and run their country the way it's supposed to be run.
And we can't resort to globalism. Like we can't start resorting to global. We can't be like, well, we have to help every other country. They have to get to a point where they have to be like, we have to help our own government. It can't just be continuously flooding our immigration system and trying to get into America, because that just crashes the economy and the business startups of other countries. They have to help their own economy in their own countries. Exactly. They have to flourish too.
Think about it. If all the smart people leave over there and come over here, where the smart people at to help their country? They over here helping us.
This might come off as a little harsh, but I will say this. Okay. So first of all, like everybody was kind of touching on, obviously we have to start with our country first. You can't make other places better when your place of work, home, whatever, or your country isn't good in itself. If you got your own problems, solve them first and then try to help everyone else. But at the same time, a lot of these countries have been around way longer than the U.S.
We still a baby.
People also got to, first of all, as conservatives, I don't really know how everyone feels or if everyone's conservative here, but I'm saying learn how to stand on your own 2 feet. Okay, you can't have the USA as a crutch to bail you out of this, to bail you out of that, to get your country to do this and do right by its own people. It's got to start with them too. You know what I'm saying? Like, they've been countries for how long? And why is this country the best to live? Why is this country the best? We haven't had nearly as much time and history to make our country great, yet we surpass so many countries. Why is that? You can't, like, now we're helping everybody else. If we keep helping everybody else, they're going to get lazy, as we've already seen. They're not going to make their country better. It's the same. Basically, you could see, you could, I mean, but you can see this in our own country, though. I mean, here's the thing: big government, all right, and having people basically saying, all right, well, as long as you stay with us and as long as you mess with us, we're gonna keep giving you this, we're gonna keep giving you that, just a little bit, just enough so where you're not dying. You know, we're gonna give you these food stamps, we're gonna give you this little cash incentive, but you're still gonna support us because we're for your best interest. Instead of saying, hey, here's an application, or here, go out and do this, go out and do that to make your situation better so you don't have to rely on us. Obviously, the government wants you to do that. So now take that abroad in the actual, like, you know, the actual world. How many countries rely on us for all these different things?
Just about everybody in the UN.
When is it? When are we gonna at least? I mean, I think it's gonna happen with Trump, as it kind of already has been. When are we gonna say, look, enough is enough? Y'all need to take care of your own problems. We got problems at home we need to fix, and y'all can't keep relying on us to fix your own
If
problems.
we gonna fix your problems, compensation.
Oh no, they ain't trying to get that.
Oh,
Yeah,
no,
trying to
give
get
us
that.
some money.
Yeah.
If we gotta come run security and run roughshod for you, we need some money for it. You need to pay us for it. Oh yeah, and we got the super chat on, so y'all wanna get engaged in the conversation. Guaranteed your chat will be recognized and be answered if you throw something in the super chat. Like, now you got a lot of people on here, understand that, but we having a real deep conversation here, so we can't get to everybody. I'm seeing stuff that y'all put up, and I'm trying to throw some stuff out there. But if you get in the super chat, you guaranteed to be recognized.
Connie, you said you got the mic. You want to say something?
Well, also, I think that there's already a lot of the countries that are flourishing apart from the U.S. are actually adopting our constitution into their own government, and so I think that's what it is. People,
It's almost as if
The best constitution.
Exactly.
we do. I think our constitution
It's set up on freedom and being in liberty. Like, you got your own stuff, you work for something, you keep your money, and you run the economy. The government does not run the economy. It shouldn't be like that. Because when the government runs the economy, the government controls everything, and the people have nothing.
Exactly.
It always ends that way.
Yeah.
It always ends that way when you give the government too much power. When the people hold the power and the money flows through the people keep most of the money. It's just how it works.
Mm-hmm. And that's another thing that goes back to, Imani's concern as well, is that these countries that these people are leaving from, 9 times out of 10, they're either socialist countries or communist countries that they're fleeing from, because the whole economy is breaking down because of those systems. They don't stand.
Why? Because what Trump said was true.
Yeah. Got something to say? Christoph got something to say on that.
I have something else, but
Okay, go ahead.
I just had it.
All right, we'll move on to the next. You say you had a question.
Okay, so you know how everything start at home. He was like, we need to work on here first before we can work on another country. Okay, so what if he built the wall, but it doesn't require sending illegal immigrants that are already here? Why can't we just move forward? Like, just stop any more illegal immigrants from coming here, but helping the ones that are already here instead of sending them back, finding them and sending them back. So that's what he's gonna do. Oh, so none are getting sent back that's currently here.
If you committing crimes, if you working, you can work on your citizenship. That's fine.
Oh, well, I didn't know that. I thought it was like if he found an illegal immigrant, then they was sending them back. That's what they were talking about in school.
If you here illegally and somebody that gonna snitch you to ICE, you probably gonna get sent back.
That's what I was saying. So
now, me personally, I'm not gonna snitch on you if I know you're illegal. I'm not gonna do that. But you got to show that you're trying to work towards.
That's what you're talking about, merit, working off your merit.
That's the thing. If you've been here working for 20 years, start working on your citizenship. You can stay.
Oh, I didn't know.
But if you here, you gonna work and then you send all the money back. You not trying to be a citizen. You need to go back to your country.
Yeah, he mentioned that yesterday. Because he know if you really round it up, and it's about impossible to do. But if you round it up, every single illegal, there's so many of them that have been working, that had kids, and it's ridiculous. You will have, and he's used them himself. You have people working on some of his buildings that probably did not, because it's too difficult to track like that. Even with extensive technology and stuff, it's hard to track all of that. So it's no way possible. That's why he also talks about, off your merit, if you're actually contributing to society, then that's something that's going to be a contributing factor into whether you stay or go.
They go another thing with the language, man. Like, what they call them? Instead of calling them illegal immigrants, they call them dreamers.
Dreamers, yeah.
Something that sounds nice. Instead of like radical Islam, like it was radical Islamic terrorism, you got a Islamic guy that's committing a terrorist act. That's what it is. But we couldn't say that when Obama was in office. No. Couldn't say it was a Muslim doing this.
I don't think he ever said radical Islamic terrorism.
No, he never did.
Christoph said he remembered what he was trying to ask.
Okay.
I'm not trying to say this is Donald Trump now, but what if the president is just telling you what you want to hear? I mean, like he'll do the stuff that he'll say, but what's stopping him from turning away from what he was already doing?
What is he originally doing? Well,
yes.
What's he originally doing?
Like I said, he'll what he believes, he'll like do what he'll say, and then he'll just start telling you what you want to hear. So what's stopping him from?
You know what's so great about that? You know what's so great about the country? We got checks and balances. The government, the president is not a king. He's not a king. He can't just go and do what he want to do. Now Congress done pretty much almost turned the presidency into a kingship.
They almost started as
with executive orders.
Yeah,
if you remember, Washington was like, "Nah, we're not."
Yeah,
exactly. Now they wanted a king.
They wanted a king. Yeah.
When Washington won, they was gonna put him up as the leader. They was gonna put him up as the king, and he said no. Because why? Because kings are fine when the king is moral and good. But when you get that one king that's a douchebag and just want to kill everything, then it ain't so good no more to have a king.
Mm-hmm.
So you got the president there. The president has less power over the country than your governor has over his state.
Mm-hmm.
The president really has no power.
So why can't they cooperate?
Who? The branches of government?
Dude,
Because no one wants to be held responsible. No one wants to be held responsible for anything. So they all throw power off on the other individuals so they can be blamed.
I mean, like, because you have the Republicans, you have the Democrats. If one gets elected over the other, how come they can't cooperate? Like,
because everybody has their own agenda as well.
I know, but still, one side is probably better at one thing than the other side is. But so if they cooperate, they'll run things better because you have the one person doing what they best at, and you have the actual person in command doing what they're best at.
Well, that's the thing. That's kind of a broad statement because if I say that it's okay to kill babies, I mean it's okay to abort babies up to 9 months, and then I don't think that it's okay to abort them at all, then we can't find common ground there at all. So there is no you do this better and I do this better. Like we can't find common ground there at all. So those are issues that stuff that they can't agree on. So they're gonna go ahead.
I agree. That's why it's so important to elect the right people for the job. And I think that's also term limits are huge too, because it gets to the point where all you care about is the paycheck. And you know that no matter what you do, you're going to be elected again, you're going to be fine and everything's going to be great and you're going to get paid still. So there's lots of incentive to keep that position.
My big question is, where do all these big government people get their money from? Anybody can answer that.
Oh, us. They get it from us. You told me.
Because they don't really work.
No, we pay taxes, and our taxes
They
go.
can paint and stuff or whatever, but that's not.
But
that's
the money
a
not supposed to go to them person.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So it's
It's
campaign,
campaign,
right? But we know that.
But that's where they get most of the money from the taxpayers.
Yes, we pay tax.
We pay their
For
glorious
them.
salaries, and then they live like
And
kings.
then they
we sit down like,
don't do anything.
Then they don't represent us, right?
In the House
and
of
then they don't
Representatives.
represent us.
Nancy Pelosi.
There was a question on there saying that Trump lied, and you had a question of what did he lie about?
What did he lie about?
Obama, not Trump. Obama.
Yeah, I don't know what he lied about.
You don't know what Obama lied about?
It came out of healthcare.
You don't know
Anything
what?
that
You
he
can-
lied about?
You can keep your
The
doctor.
healthcare, right?
Well, the big
Yeah.
Obamacare thing was you can keep your doctor.
Yeah.
Then the doctors dropped their.
He was like, period. He said you can keep your doctor.
You can keep your
Period.
doctor. Period.
Period.
and that's what I love about it. Like, oh, so I can get cheaper healthcare, and
That doctor was like,
but what you don't
So
know
what are
is the
y'all
doctor's
views on
paying.
Obama being them? Because everybody when he was in the White House, nobody was really like
You know why nobody was
standing like against him.
because
You know
the
why?
media wasn't kicking against
The
him.
media was kicking, and people was like, "Well, I can't say anything against Obama because he looked like me, so I'm not gonna say anything against Obama."
Anytime
Just
you
for that
criticize President Obama ever, it's you're a traitor to your race
Mhm.
or you're racist.
Mhm.
Period.
I got a
But can't you say the same thing about people saying the same thing?
Well, that's the thing. Somebody mentioned that today. Like a white person, they'll never be accused of being a traitor of their race for having a different viewpoint.
Right.
But
No.
like they say black conservatives or whatever, if we have a different viewpoint than like saying we bashing Obama or whatever, we call racist, we call coon, we call this, that.
I walk through Henderson with this hat on. What they gonna say?
They're gonna judge you because you black and you wearing the hat.
You're a white
How
supremacist.
many times have y'all gotten weird looks before wearing this hat? Just
Oh,
for this
plenty
weekend,
of time.
right?
Yeah.
Now,
Oh,
granted, dudes just don't walk up to me and
Now-
just try to take my hat
Exactly.
off.
Now back home,
Because they know
we strapped.
Oh yeah, we
Alright.
stay shoved at the top.
Everybody know that.
See, South Jersey, no.
We can't do that here.
Oh, everywhere we go.
No, and
I
even
got
where I'm
my
from, we
dude.
can't do that.
Don't-
Okay,
don't-
yeah.
If I could carry, I would.
He like busted us like walking past us.
No, it was a dude passing us on a bicycle, man. But when he got there, he sped up.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Like he sped up and he was like,
Putting kids in cages.
yeah, he put kids in
He
cages.
sped up, driving on the bike, riding on the bike, putting kids in cages. Of course, that's a
I
reference
love how
to
they
Trump.
never say that was Obama.
They never say.
Exactly.
They never. refer
And even
to
if you say that, they're like, oh no, he didn't really do that. I
Ah.
mean,
we got the
But
proof.
we're delusional
The
though.
pictures are dated. Come on.
We're
Oh,
delusional.
did y'all already touch on how apparently we were paid for this?
Oh no,
Go ahead.
Okay. So all right, so
This is talking about y'all.
so one all right, so two things, right? So the first thing is Shade Room. And y'all, could check that out if y'all want to. It's on the Instagram. They were trying to say they were just going off on check the comment section. That's where all the colorful comments are, talking about how we were paid, how we're just cooning it up, talking about how Kanye just messed everything up. They sounded off in the comment section, and it's like, okay, first of all, if I was paid, Charlie, I want my money. I want my check. But here's the thing: we weren't paid. We were not paid actors. Okay, we came here on our own will. Nobody told us to come here. Nobody said, hey, if you come here, we'll give you this, we'll give you that. No, everybody's here because they want to be here. And most of y'all people, most of the people that are trying to say that, they shouldn't be there, this is that, they're race traders, all this. Most of y'all people talk about this and that, how Trump's racist and how we should do this and we should do that. But y'all aren't here. Okay, there's talking about it and then there's being about it. So we're here because we want to make change, not see change with someone else doing the job or whatever, or just saying, oh, well, somebody should do something about it. Somebody should do something about this or that. You do something about it. You be the change that you want to see. And the other thing is, which I find is hilarious, because I mean, as we're all on this live stream, we're on a platform that has Black people creating media and content. Obviously, people are watching, they know who the Hayes brothers are. So here's the thing. On the rawstory.com, they said that Trump banned Black media from being at the event. Mind you, raise your hand if you were there. Come on now. Come on now. And this is the crazy thing, right? Like, you hear all these like different things being told about Trump and this and that, and then you hear the other side, people talking about how it's lies, and you research it, and a lot of it, most of it, is a lie. Okay. And then you're on the other side of it. Then you see it firsthand, where you don't even, like, no one had to research that there was no Black media at the White House. We were there. We saw each other. Right. Here's you can't make this up. It's crazy how people are trying to sound off and say that, just perpetuate these lies. It's not even that maybe, it was a he said, she said thing that got passed along and now it's a whole different story. No, somebody actually made this up on their website, headline, no Black media, and that they were banned. Not that they didn't show up, that they were banned. Trump didn't ban anybody from showing up.
So we can't consider media. How do you consider media? Like on your laptop there.
Because they don't consider. Well, see, why is it called social media? It's not media. It's social, yeah, but it's media.
Exactly.
It's still media. No matter what. If you got a cell phone today, a smartphone, and you take videos, you are a part of the media.
Yep.
Don't let CNN, MSNBC, I don't even care if Fox News say it, tell you that you are not part of the media. The people are the media. Mm-hmm. The people are the militia. The people are the press. The people are everything. The government is made up of the people. Mm-hmm. The president is just another individual. The Congress is made up of individuals, which are people.
Exactly.
The people are everything. Without the people, there is no government. Without the people, there is no currency flow. There's nothing without the people. There's no country without the people.
There you go. Get in the brass tacks.
We are
everything without the people.
And don't let anybody tell you that you are not important to what's going on in the world, because you are. Why? Because you are the people.
Yep. And the differentiation and separations come in through ideologies, our mindset, our beliefs. That's where the difference comes in, So if we all the people, but if I have this desire to rule, my ideology is to rule. Once I get in that position, then that's my intention, is to rule. And that's why I love this capitalistic society that we have, this free market capitalistic society that we have versus a socialistic or communistic society, because it makes it that much more difficult for a despotic individual to get into power and rule over the people.
I wonder how many of these big media outlets that did come, if they did anything, how many of them gonna go and put some lies out about us going there?
Yeah, that was one big one right there. And when did they do that? Like when did they write about that?
I think that was yesterday.
That was yesterday.
If you want to see the whole speech, the Age Brothers recorded the whole speech.
We do finicky stuff, but it's
it's not the best quality.
You can hear it,
but you can see and hear what Trump is saying.
When I turned on MSNBC, literally they were talking about our whole thing, and they said that we were paid, and it was with Al Sharpton and all that.
MSNBC.
Literally turned it on. Yeah.
Al Sharpton.
Yep. And he was like, "Oh, these poor kids, they're all pawns. They're so delusional. They don't even know what they're doing." And I was like, "You're joking. You're joking, man."
I got 2 kids in the house of my own, bro. I ain't no kid.
I know. I think it was like, "Oh, these poor kids." What are you talking about, boy?
By the way, you're not gonna get no money. Okay, no, I'm just saying. No, I don't got nothing to say.
Okay.
When I say something else,
Hey, you ain't up here coming up here.
All right,
good.
Personally, like, we don't cuss.
WWJD. WWJD.
She try not to.
I would rather you not, but I mean,
Speak your mind, speak your heart.
My posts were the ones that were shared on Shade Room, and it was incredible because I had to turn my comments off. It was so bad.
Yours. Oh.
Yeah, it was my posts.
Oh.
Yeah, they DM'd
me.
me. Yes, and my DMs. I have like 75 DMs right now. It's crazy.
What?
Yeah, I have like a million DMs right now.
Oh wow.
A lot of people actually want to come next year though, so that was cool.
Really?
So
She more famous than us. We're not famous. She got followers like crazy, bro. I said we don't go to rallies. I don't go to a lot of rallies and stuff personally because I'm gonna be strapped, and if somebody spits on me or punches me in my face, I'm liable to shoot somebody.
You don't do too well with that.
I'm saying I don't do well with that. Like if somebody come punch me in my face, I'm going to knock you out.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna try my best to destroy your life with my fists and my feet.
So let's try to sit. He's not playing. Let's try to segue back around. Chris is getting a little violent there. He's getting a little violent. So let's you don't. That's bad. Proud Boys. How do y'all handle that?
Like it's a video of my dude got coveralls on.
Listen, Gavin McGinnis said it best himself. Fuck around and find out. That's the first thing. The second thing is because here's the thing. We don't go around beating people up. But if you try something, we give free naps. That's how we operate. We actually have a shirt that says free naps. But probably. I actually probably can. I mean, all right, I'm not going to promote anything right now. But
Promote anything you promote other than violence.
But if somebody takes your property, if I got my hat on, I got this Make America Great Again hat on. I ain't seen too many people walk up to me and take my stuff. If you bold enough to come up to me and take my hat off of my head, you bold enough to get punched in your face.
Oh, and by the way, I don't know anybody in the comment section. You've probably heard Proud Boys are a far right group or they're a bunch of neo-Nazis. First of all, I'm too dark to be a Nazi. I think I'm a little couple shades too dark. But and if I was a white supremacist, I mean, I'm probably the worst white supremacist you could probably find. But the thing is, it's crazy because this is going past getting called a coon and Uncle Tom, which, by the way, calling somebody an Uncle Tom as an insult, that's an example of Negroes who don't read. So not only that, but then you start getting called a white supremacist, a Nazi, and all this. And I'm like, mind you, our little thing that we say to each other, we say uhuru. And that, first of all, any neo-Nazi group is not going to use an African word that means freedom. Like, that makes no sense.
Just the idiocy of saying that a black person is a neo-Nazi is so dumb. Because Nazis want a perfect white race, so that makes zero sense. And then white supremacists want a perfect white race. So I think it's hilarious that people are actually saying that we are white supremacists.
Speaking of white supremacists, the other thing that's crazy is the fact that everybody talks about how Trump's a Nazi and this and that. All right, first of all, anybody that's a neo-Nazi or a Nazi or white supremacist does not want anybody, and I mean anybody that is not white, immigrating into their country. So if Trump doesn't have a problem with immigrants coming into this country, why would he? Well, that, but why? How is he going to be a neo-Nazi? Neo-Nazis want what they call a white ethno-state. America is never going to be that. No matter what they say, first of all, they're a little blip on the map anyway. They're not that big as the media would like you to believe that they're huge, but people try to connect him with neo-Nazis and white supremacists, but white supremacists want something completely different than what Trump does. Yeah. And I just wanted to touch on that real quick.
Did you want to talk?
I'm not like I said earlier, I'm not really a political person, but I'm saying Donald Trump, he was elected for a reason, so he has to be doing something right. So I don't see why everybody's hating on a man who is doing what he believes is right, and he got elected for it. So,
and the thing with that is also is like we said earlier, you know, a person rallies, and y'all were talking about how can you trust an individual. That's true. There has to be some element of trust when you go into the polls. You have to go off what they speak on when they're going through the primaries or whatever the case is to be elected. They're on the road. They're telling you this. They're telling you that. And I know y'all probably equating that to they just telling you what you want to hear for the time being. So that's all you have to go off of, really. You can do research on them and whatnot, look at their background and judge them off of that. But all you basically got to go off of is what you hear coming out of their mouth at the time. Now, once they get into that position in that office and they're holding that seat, they could very well flip on you. But the thing is, how long has Trump been in office? Like 2 years, almost going on 2 years, be January. So the only thing that we have to go off is what he has done, and what he has shown us is not contradictory to what he has said at all. Exactly, he's done, and that's the problem. That on the campaign trail stuff, the stuff that he said he was going to do, they were like, no, we don't like that, and that holds true to still today. The things that he has accomplished that he said he was going to do, they're still saying no. So nothing is off base. Everything is lining up. So he is not. They say he lies about this. No, he's done exactly what he said he was going to do. So when you say like, how do you know he's done? I mean, his track record. Check the record. I mean, that's all we got to do.
I'm saying we're not gonna be him, but like, how you know the next president or the next person down the line is not gonna do exactly what they say they're gonna do?
You don't know. We don't know.
It's a trust thing. That's all. Now, this is how you should know, because the main document and the main check of the country is supposed to be the Constitution, and anything that goes against that is unlawful.
Yeah, anything repugnant
from
to the
jump.
Constitution. Yeah.
That's the real thing. So if they're trying to do something unconstitutional, it's not supposed to be implemented anyway.
What if they stick too close to the Constitution?
What do you mean if they stick too close to? The Constitution is basically what the perfect nation is supposed to look like, in our view.
What's the example of staying too close?
You just know you have some people who they'll read something but take it too literally and do something they believe is sticking to the Constitution, but in reality it's not. It's like,
to be honest, that's why Trump picked Brett Kavanaugh, because basically he's the one to the Constitution as interpreted.
We hope so.
We hope so.
Well, yeah, we hope so. You got a question? You want to?
Brett Kavanaugh.
You already got it.
Yeah.
In the Supreme Court.
Yeah.
Oh, you didn't? Oh, yeah.
I did not know he got it.
Yeah, you got
So
it.
what happened to the girl from California?
She gone.
Oh.
She got her money.
She got her money. She did.
She actually got $1 million.
You didn't know that?
And then she did.
Yeah, she set up a GoFundMe.
And she's nowhere to be found.
That was a shame.
But she ain't flying though, because she hates memberships.
She ain't flying. Yeah, she can't fly.
She's not flying. You know.
No, I'm dead serious.
Christine Blasey Ford. Yeah, she's out.
No, come here, because you sound like you all confused. Come here.
Yeah.
Come and sit down. Come and sit down. You need to sit down.
He wasn't.
Hmm?
It's a.
What Supreme Court just like that's? I mean,
Kavanaugh was one for Supreme. And they tried to run a whole rape case against him and all that.
yeah, it's all the same person.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I know you had something you wanted to say.
No, we was just
you was going into stuff like
oh,
if you want to say something.
did you? But you. I mean, I know you were just explaining like the Constitution. Well, he was saying how can you go?
Yeah,
you
the
know,
Constitution
going too far,
is basically
going too far on it, but-
is an example of what the nation is supposed to look like. Now, like I said, when it was written, slavery was still prevalent. Now, you know, folks say that the Constitution is a slave document because it was written during slavery. But you read the document, the beginning of it, find it true to be said that all men are created equal. All men are created equal.
Mhm. What does
All
mean?
men are created equal.
What does all mean?
Everybody.
All means all the time. So
Exactly. So the document, read what the document said. Don't look at the people that were living in the
'Cause they
time
were
of the
flawed.
document because the people were flawed.
they were definitely they were contradicting themselves.
Yeah, some of the people did things contrary to the Constitution.
But that doesn't make the document wrong.
But that don't make the document wrong.
They were wrong.
That makes the people wrong.
Yeah.
In that instance. And the fact that enough people wouldn't stand up to stop it. Now, you look at slavery. If slavery had to stop right then, if they had a push to stop it, well, you look at what the thought process was at the time, that slavery was going out of style anyway.
Yeah.
Slavery was already going out. So they didn't think they had to do nothing because naturally it was leaving. But then the cotton gin came into play and production went up on cotton again, and they needed the hands, the manpower to push the production out because North America was basically 50% of the world's cotton. So they pushed slavery again. Not saying it was right. But if slavery had to stop right then, if they had to just went and stopped the cold turkey, the country would have went into civil war at the beginning and it would have collapsed. It wouldn't have no America. Still, not supporting slavery. But you look at the alternative, what would we have? Look at the slave trade, North American slave trade. Me personally, I'm glad the white people came over there and got folks. Thank you for buying me from the daggone tribe that was trying to eat me. They was enslaving me already. So you traded slave masters, that's all.
She's out.
Right.
So
Bring some food back.
it's
Bring some
people
food back.
Not understanding. So like I said earlier, it's everybody not understanding, like looking at a small point or picture and not looking at the whole view of what's actually going on.
Yeah. You look at one, cause this is the age of soundbite. Just straight up soundbite. So you get a little clip of what somebody said, not looking at the context, not looking at nothing. You take that clip and you build your whole view on that individual from that one clip, or you read the headlines of an article. You don't read the whole article, just read the headline, or you'll read like the first paragraph. So we so shallow, and our nation and our ability and everything we got is so fast. We're in a microwave society.
Yeah, fast paced.
So we don't take the time to look into the whole article. We don't take the time to study on what we look at. We want it fast and we want it now. When it comes in, we tend to rush over it and not get the whole picture. And that's how we get misled a whole lot of the time.
Definitely. Can I answer your question? Straight there. All right, cool. So, anybody want to say anything about that? The Constitution, anything? Everybody good or good? All right. So, I know we don't really went into like everything. You know, we're real broad here. So it's all good. It's all good. But I just want to segue back into the event because I mean we did basically come on talking about we left the event completely. Do we even know where we are now? Yeah. So yeah, YBLS. So definitely we were.
chat supporters a little bit.
Yeah. So we were talking about the speakers of the event. You know, I know some people we kind of put out there, Coleano or Monster. But did we have how many women did we have? It was that one woman that older one. I can't remember her name. Yeah, what was the old woman name?
The older lady. They were talking about Emmett Till.
Yeah, she talked about Emmett Till. Yeah. She was amazing, but oh yeah, definitely. She tripping me out. She tripping me out. No, I ain't hear that. Linda. Yeah, was it her? Yeah. No.
Yeah, sorority lady.
Yeah,
What did you say?
What's her name? Linda.
Oh, I thought you said Linda Souser.
Oh no, she wasn't there. We ain't had no Linda Souser there.
You know what would have been fun?
I can't remember the name, but she talked about Emmett Till, and that was great. Like a lot of people didn't know the story of Emmett Till, so she did break it down. So that was amazing. Yeah,
I thought everybody knew the story.
Yeah, I did too. That was crazy. But definitely,
Every time I hear this story,
she was good. But talk about Stacey though. Stacey Dash though. Stacey Dash though.
She's 50 years old.
You mean 51?
Yeah, put that one on there. Put that one on there. I was clueless. Nice, Hayes. Nice. Very nice.
Something we said you started in the military and still look that young.
Oh yeah. 51 years old. She's yeah.
Oh, you just said that.
Yeah, so
She is the fountain of youth.
She is the fountain. We need to figure out. Yeah. Somebody said black don't crack, but I don't know. That's something. Oh, it was you. Yeah, black don't crack. Yeah. Okay, I thought it was you.
Because if you look at Maxine Waters, I mean,
yeah, we can't.
That's some crap.
Yeah. So, that's why I say, it's real dangerous when you try to, because it cracks. It cracks very, and when it crack hard.
Maybe that's all that evil stuff she's spewing out. Maybe that's why she was.
Maybe it's stress. I don't know.
That kind of negativity around.
Impeach 45.
Impeach 45. Impeach 45.
Or whatever.
They're not welcome here anymore.
They're not welcome here.
You push back.
You push back.
And then she started getting some threats and was like, I don't like violence no more.
I know, right?
Somebody stop the violence.
I know how one of the speakers were talking about killing with love and don't go over there and physically attack somebody. But hatred, people who hate it have once loved before and something has made them hate. So how do you go about changing a person back to loving?
You punch the lights out. Hey, wake up. You start from scratch.
He's talking some cracks.
We're gonna talk about
Not a
love.
cartoon.
They gonna wake up. They will
If
wake
you
up.
punch them, they're not waking up.
Oh, they're gonna wake up.
So yeah, that was I like that question. That's interesting. I mean, you getting deep, he getting profound on us over here. Like,
Yeah.
I don't think that's a political answer for that one, but like, does anybody have like a moral sound ground they can stand on there to answer that?
Simple. Do we live in a civil society? So
We're civil.
You talk
Talk to
that's really it. You just talk to me.
Now it's easy to do on this side. We can talk and have a conversation. But when you got Antifa yelling in your face and you trying to talk and they
Yeah, but you can't talk to them if they don't know what's
I
going
will
on.
still talk. I will try to talk to them
until they spit on you.
because
Oh,
and then that's
that happened to me.
that's the other side. Because then no.
I was holding
Oh.
a confirmed Kavanaugh sign at
we got
CU
super
Boulder, and this girl
We
spit
got
on
a
me.
super chat. Hazard Asgard. Read that.
I appreciate your excellence. Oh, that's awesome. That word. We talked about words earlier. That's awesome. I hope you are enjoying. We are enjoying.
We are enjoying and we
Yes.
appreciate
Yes.
that.
Thanks, Hazard.
Appreciate
As
it.
God.
Like I said, we got a super chat on. If you
Talk
put
to
it in the
us,
super chat, we will automatically respond. I said we're having a deep conversation, but we will stop when we see that big yellow, red, or
Yeah.
orange
Kinda hard to
thing.
miss.
It's kind of hard
It
to
catches
miss.
your eye.
We appreciate the love and the support. Definitely
We
appreciate it.
appreciate all the other people on here commenting too. Like, you can still comment. Y'all talk much.
Yeah, we catch you. We'll see. I got
Yeah,
bad
like I
eyes, so
said,
I
we
can't see
catch
this
you
far.
up.
And he
We'll
can't
still
read,
touch
so it
you.
doesn't help. Like, he can't read, so
There's
it's too
two
close.
peaks in the pod.
And I can't see.
I don't
so it's
read
too far away.
fast.
He can't read.
I
So-
can read.
He's getting pissed off. So she kind of got spit on by an Antifa protester. Was that? Just a random person.
This girl, she said.
And this is when?
I went to.
Take the mic. You gotta hear about this.
Yeah.
So-
People want to hear about how you got.
So I went to one of the campus clash things for Turning Point USA, and I got to meet Charlie Kirk and everything, and he was debating on campus, and I was holding a confirmed Kavanaugh sign, and this girl came up to me, and she spit on me.
Like, it was just like, or was it like a?
She was just like, "What?" And I was like,
A very important
So
question.
did your nails come
Was she?
Did your nails come
Was she? white?
"Yes."
Now, what's crazy is, wasn't that the type of thing that racists used to do?
Yes.
To white people back in the day.
Yes.
I just wanted to mention that. 'Cause
And
this
she's
is
like,
kind of ironic.
"You're a rape apologist. I can't believe you're here." And blah.
She didn't call you racist, at least you were like.
No.
She just called you a rape apologist.
Yeah, she said that I'm okay with rape.
But how did you respond to that? Like, what was your response to that? Like,
I just walked away because I
She's too
you
classy.
wanted to
were
punch
with
her.
TPUSA, not walk away campaign. So you know,
Yeah, I just yeah.
So you just.
Yeah, I just walked off. I was like,
Did you wipe the spit off?
Yeah,
What did she spit on you?
on my face.
Oh.
And I was like,
See, this is exactly why you should not do this stuff with Chris.
So let's
you are not
ask
live-
Christoph. Let's ask
This is
Christoph.
why I don't go to rallies. Because you spit in my face. I'm going. I am going. Now this is a female, but it will be.
Oh yeah.
I'll be hard. I'm from the South, and we talk not to hit women, but women don't spit on people. So you are not a woman at this point. I will smack the piss out of you.
So let's go to the moral compass here, Christoph. Do you think she retaliated in the proper way? I mean, how do you think she handled it? She handled it pretty good.
I think, yeah. After this whole event about making good decisions,
Yeah.
I think she did the right thing about walking away because it could have ended much worse. And like you said, somebody could have recorded it and just caught her retaliating back and not what actually happened first.
Because this is my thing. I don't know what disease you got. You can have herpes and you spit on me and threaten my life with herpes. Now I gotta walk around and maybe I got herpes now because you spit on me. I'm going to smack the piss out of you.
So that's the Malcolm X way.
That's the Malcolm X way.
That's the MLK way.
Yeah. So were there any other people around?
Well,
with
and
you?
she,
Like, with
yeah,
you?
and they were like, "Wow,
So no
I
one
can't
is-
believe that you didn't do anything." And I was like, I
can't believe they didn't do it.
She had and she had purple hair. She had like 8 million piercings, and then she
Was it a
had
she,
this
really?
and she had this vape machine, and she was vaping in my face too. And I was like,
you should have accidentally did then. You should have put your hands up like this and got your finger caught in one of her rings
and just like,
ripped it out accidentally. Because I was trying to stop the spit from coming in. Oh,
Sorry.
sorry.
That's why
That your nose.
That's why.
What's that?
That's why I don't wear patience no more.
Someone said that.
Oh, you smell
I-
this?
Yeah.
Someone said aliens spit on her.
Alien spit on you. It probably did look like an alien. Yeah, for sure. Definitely.
man.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
You see that dude that turned himself into an alien?
I've seen a lot of people turn themselves into a lot
Because
of.
of genitalia.
I've seen a person turn themselves into a dog recently. Yeah, so that was kind of
I've seen the dragon one.
a dragon.
Mhm.
Hell.
Okay, that's interesting. That's weird. I mean,
Silicone do a lot of stuff, don't
who's?
you? know how you put silicone in the
Oh,
skin
yeah,
so they
yeah,
put the
so
horns
put the
and stuff.
horns and
It's- Oh my
stuff.
god.
Yeah.
What's wrong with this being-
I know
Like,
what's
when did
what's.
that become a bad thing?
I know.
When did being human become a bad thing? That's a
You're discriminating against the alien races. Oh my god.
yeah.
Yeah,
That's kind
people
of weird.
start getting bored, so they're trying to.
Stacey Dash went in on the genders jump though.
Oh, she did. Oh,
Mhm.
well, since you got the mic, back to Stacey Dash? Like overall, the Stacey Dash speech. What did you feel like? Did you feel inspired? After
I
the speech, or-
loved her speech.
Loved her speech.
I thought it was amazing because she brought so much of it back to God. Because I
She
think
did,
God
she
is
did.
left has tried to
Yeah.
remove God out of everything.
Mhm.
And I think that's what's made this country great. I think our Constitution has Christian values. So I thought it was so cool that she brought up God. That was awesome to me.
Definitely.
Hmm
She started. She kicked it off. She kicked off the event. She was the first speaker basically that we had. So she kicked it off, brought it all back to God. That was awesome. And then from there, it was just like, it was a lot of God in there. It was a lot of God in there. And I mean, David Jr. he did his thing as well. So I mean, it was cool. It was amazing. So I'm trying to think of another speaker that since we Chris all hyped up. The only thing that brings him down is when we talk about his babies, which are guns. So we had Maj Toure at the event. We had, huh?
I thought you meant CJ and Sierra.
Oh no. He probably hasn't thought about them or not. No, it's fine. But anyway, we had Monterey event as we talked about. We had Coleon Noir there, two big two-way advocates. So, Chris Hayes, how did you feel about two of your favorite people in the world? Well, I know Coleon's your baby, but you know, yeah, he a fan girl. Bruh. Hey, you gotta take the mic on this.
I was on like Fan Kid Central, yo. I was like, exactly. That's how I was
Y'all
something.
can hear because everybody was yelling. He was really sitting there.
I was like, oh my god, it's freaking Coleon. He like 30 feet from me, bro.
Yeah. He was sitting and get talked to.
I didn't get. I got to talk to Maj though. Maj straight.
Oh, yeah.
Maj that dude. He down to earth, but he real.
Yeah.
And he would go in on you.
Yeah, what he tell the guy?
And I like that.
What he tell him? He was like, "I'll give you 2 shirts from what I'm about to do to you. If you just said what I thought you said."
Yeah, he went in on old dude. Now, yep.
Yeah. Check him out.
Make the hood great again.
Make
Yep.
the hood great again.
They were just giving them out.
What's he really?
No, I'm ticked.
You were like in all the wrong place, all the right places, but
At the Royal House, so I don't know.
Vice wants to make a documentary on Black conservatives, and they want it to be on me. They want to come film me at my house, so I was interviewing them.
Oh, you did?
We were too out in the cold
Yeah.
yesterday. We was out there like
I saw a black squirrel.
there were black squirrels.
There were black squirrels.
I've never seen a black squirrel before in a day in my life, and we
Come to Colorado.
Yeah.
y'all got them there too. It must be a cold place thing,
Rare,
cause
but we do see them once in a while.
You all eat them?
No.
You all don't eat them?
I
don't
live
personally,
in
but
North Carolina. We see squirrels all the time, and I ain't never seen a nigga squirrel.
Exactly. A solid black squirrel.
Nigga squirrels don't exist.
And then I saw
They
two
do
black.
apparently.
I saw two black squirrels.
I ain't never seen a nigga squirrel.
Until
And we eat squirrels in North Carolina.
Yeah, it's our first time
Oh,
seeing a
yeah.
black squirrel.
Look at
I seen
that.
a picture of it.
Look at that mug right there. That ain't Photoshop. That's a
I'm
nigga
not
squirrel.
that good at photography work like my father.
But yeah, we shoot them and eat them. We eat tree rats. They taste good. They good.
So
That's not.
It kind of tastes like beef, if you can believe that.
Everybody. Christoph, you eat tree rat?
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
would try it. You would try it.
All right, Chris. When I
We eat bacon seeds too.
Okay.
what?
Bacon seeds.
Bacon seed?
You know bacon's had seeds.
What?
Yeah. Bacon
I've
seeds.
not heard of that.
Me either.
All right, what about the
Nah, it's wild boy.
It's
You eat wild boy, wild little
Yeah.
piglets. Little piglets.
Yeah.
Call them bacon seeds.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, he tripping. He tripping.
Nah.
I can only
Nah.
imagine what y'all was trying to
I know, right?
think about. Like,
What is that? Oh my God, what is a bacon seed?
You can't grow bacon. How they got seeds, right? Like, what the heck is it? Like, I'm questioning everything about my life right now.
Bacon in the form of a seed. Bacon seed.
I thought
So
Chris, I was talking about to ask for some too. Like, hey, give me some of that, yo. Give me some of that.
come over, I have to have.
I had to have some.
I want to see this. Trust me, I will take a picture because I have never seen a bacon seed before. It would have been the first hand experience.
Too seriously. That's Christoph for you, man. So we talking about 2-8, huh?
The second
She said it's cold.
You the one turned down.
I did try.
It's 72 degrees to me.
It don't feel like
Jesus Christ, man, you anemic.
I swear, like, what happened to your blood?
it.
Do you have blood?
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Are you alive? So we're talking about 2-8 right now. I guess you can just get up and run around and make you feel better. Talking about 2-8 right now. So I guess if we have to ask a question, who in here has held a gun before? Raise your hand. Is your hand up? Is that a pinky? You touched it? You just never.
Never ever.
I'm not gonna incriminate myself. I'm in DC.
Like, I have nothing against guns.
Oh no, it's fine. It's fine. No, we're not saying you do.
I know. My brother Daniel is huge on guns.
Oh, your blood brother?
What?
No, I was just saying your blood. We say your brother. I said your blood brother.
No, I was adopted. Yeah, my whole yeah. So that's what makes it even better being a Black conservative, because my family is white. So people tell me that I'm brainwashed by my white family. Yeah.
See, we're learning about each
Yep.
other. That's amazing.
Yep.
That is amazing. Y'all heard it
Yeah.
first, right? right? She's like a regular Colin Kaepernick or something.
Yeah.
So you never got like niggerated. You never had soul food.
But she's smarter than him. That's the thing.
Good. Good.
Matter of fact, what do y'all think about Jesse
Jesse
Peterson? Honestly.
We'll get back to him later.
Yes.
Oh, we'll come down to him later. We're gonna stay with the guns right now.
Okay.
That's amazing.
Ain't that amazing? Okay. All right. So we were talking about your brother, and you asked what about Colorado?
Like, how y'all gun laws in Colorado?
Are they strict? Do you know, like, do a lot of people carry around there, or not much? You don't see much.
I think the gun laws are definitely getting stricter, but that's because our state is turning blue because Californians are moving. About 20,000 a year. We get about 20,000 a year
to
Colorado.
Y'all can just float out to sea somewhere.
Literally, what I love is that they hate California's government, and then they come over here and vote blue for the exact same things that are in California. I don't get it.
That's called stupidity.
Yeah, it really is. I know. I don't get it.
Insanity.
Yeah, so they're
gonna try to keep your bone red, man.
yeah. So our gun laws are a lot stricter.
So you're from Colorado?
I was adopted from Tupelo, Mississippi.
Okay. But no, I'm asking because are you familiar with Major League Liberty?
No.
You need to check out that podcast. The podcast is based out in Colorado, but also we Google Hangout, and we have someone from Jersey.
Oh, cool. That's awesome.
They talk a lot about Colorado politics.
Yeah.
You should definitely check that out.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
Say that again.
That's awesome.
Get the mic and say it again.
Oh, okay.
What's the name of it?
All right, so for those of you that are watching, definitely check out Major League Liberty on Facebook and on YouTube. Definitely subscribe to their YouTube channel. They do go live on Facebook mostly, though. They talk a lot about politics in Colorado. They have a show, I think Monday through Thursday. They always do a podcast about an hour long Monday through Thursday, or maybe every day of the week, because they do a lot of them. But anyway, mostly politics about Colorado, current events, just news stuff, just in the country in general. You know, we've got my boy Jersey, who does I think he does the Monday show now. Him and another guy, and then we have some people that get on. We have guests on, and we just talk about freedom, liberty, and that's basically what it is. Just talk about what's going on currently with the news, and it's basically just headed by just a bunch of patriots together. Just want to keep this country great and have it be what it always was supposed to be, and not have it fundamentally change. Y'all know who said that, but yeah.
I want to check that out for sure.
Awesome. That's amazing, and we appreciate that, man. Because this is what it's about. Networking. It's not just about the whole just being black and being conservative. That's not what it's all about. It's also about coming here and meeting people thinking like minded, but also networking. We meet each other. We talk to each other. We figure out the different social media handles. We figure out what we do for a living and all that stuff or whatever. And we network. We link up. And that's how we grow. So it's amazing. It's amazing. It's amazing. Shout out to Justly. All right, so yeah, you stumped me when you said you never even held a gun or whatnot. So would that be something that you say you don't have anything against?
No, not at all.
But it's just not something that just is not like people aren't just walking around Walmart with a gun in their hands.
What kind of water gun? Because I've heard a water gun.
It's got.
You said gun.
We said guns. We did not specify
real firearms.
Guns. Yeah. Legit firearms. I don't know what am I supposed to say. Yeah. I don't know. If I say pistol, you probably say water guns or pistols too. So this kid right here.
He's a special person.
So not much hunting going around Colorado around your area.
I have a lot of friends that hunt.
I thought so. Yeah, I figured that much.
There's a ton of people that hunt.
Yeah, but they've never asked you out to hunt or anything.
Nope.
You think that's because, like, I mean, you said they're your friends, so you think just because they feel like, what is it? Are they sexist?
No, they just
You just don't.
I think, but yeah, yeah.
That's cool. I mean, because I'm just saying, like, because I'm just thinking, like, if I had a friend, and she hasn't shot before, and we shooting and we hunting. I'm like, trust me. So you gonna come down here? I'm coming up with it. That's what I do. If we chilling, you coming, you hunting. We ain't taking you back home like after we done.
No, that didn't sound good.
I'm just saying we chilling or whatever.
We hunting. We ain't taking you back home.
No, I said
no. You gonna dispose of it in the woods?
Man, you're a Democrat. how you do it. I'm just saying, like, we all chilling or whatever, wherever we are, if we're chilling, and then we're gonna go hunt, we're not gonna just take you back home. You come to hunt too. Okay. That's all I'm saying, man.
And it's even worse because we have 2 cabins. My family has 2 cabins, and we still don't.
They own 2 cabins?
Yeah.
Are they like in the?
They're totally off the grid. You guys actually should come.
Yeah.
It's been, we've had thousands of people stay up there, so you guys should come.
How much to charge? Like,
we don't charge. We never charge. No, we literally never charge.
I will throw some money away because I gotta get some hunting license.
I know, right? That would be pretty cool. What they got out there?
I know they got like mooses and stuff. Y'all got moose in Colorado?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Oh man, I want to kill a moose.
I want to
kill a bullwinkle.
I gotta give them more experience, but I think that's different.
You got elk too out there, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Tons.
Y'all be just at the house and then elk just be walking around.
And turkeys and
elk just be walking around.
Yeah.
Like in the yard.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all have elk in your yard.
Mm-hmm. At our cabin, yes, we get yes.
Yo, I've never seen an elk in real life. Like I watch hunting shows and stuff all the time, but I've never like seen an elk. All we got is whitetail out there where we at.
Oh.
So where are you from in Colorado exactly?
Well, we're from Greeley.
Greeley?
Mm-hmm, which is an hour north of Denver.
Oh, it's an hour north of Denver.
And then an hour west of Greeley, we have 2 cabins. We have one that's by the river and we go fishing all the time, and then we have one that's not by the river.
So you're a fisher. Okay. So
sort of.
You have held a fishing pole.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
What,
yes.
What bullwinkle be sounding like?
Bullwinkle?
Yeah.
A moose? I have no idea.
Oh really? Hey,
you ain't seen no moose in your yard.
We've literally had 1 moose at our cabin.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Was it a bull moose or was
I think it was.
Yeah.
Yeah. I heard they can knock trains over.
Trains back in the day, dude.
Yeah, I know. That's why I'm like, I kind of really want to do that.
You're serious. No, I'm dead serious.
That's some.
You can read
stories.
I could have sworn they were not built like that. Bro, you get a daggone big Escalade or what was it? A Navigator. Mm-hmm. Sit it up and put a full-grown bull moose like standing beside it. And his withers is like the top of the daggone Navigator.
Yeah.
Wow.
Moose are huge. Yeah. You kill when I see them guys like shooting them on the hunting shows, man, and they can lay in the rack.
Inside the rack, like a freaking hammock.
His head, elk's head is about as big as your torso. So a moose is about
your upper body,
another half the size of an elk.
Oh yeah, they big, man. They big.
Yeah, moose are bigger than elk, so it's like it's.
I think I actually might get scared. I mean, I know it, but I actually think I might be scared in person.
If a moose come at them.
Exactly. I would.
Chris, you won't be scared. You'll just be
I'm gonna shoot
fantasizing.
him in the face, but still, it's just the fact that this animal is this big.
Exactly. It's like real, man.
You got grizzlies on there?
Yeah.
Dang, you seen a grizzly bear?
I cannot believe you have held a gun.
You seen a grizzly bear? I want to hunt one of those.
I know, right?
Because you want to hunt everything dangerous.
I do.
So you said you held a gun before?
No, I've had, but I've held a gun. I've shot a gun.
Oh,
ironically, take a guess where I learned gun safety at.
Don't tell me the Proud Boy.
No.
Okay, I was going to say like, oh boy, y'all getting strapped now. Like,
no, that'd be interesting. No, it was actually my church. We
Interesting.
Had
Interesting.
We were
That's
young,
amazing.
So we signed a waiver and everything. I mean, it's just a short story. Basically, I just learned, gun safety from my church. They had a form you had to fill out and everything, get permission from your parents, and we basically went down to the woods, learned gun safety first, and then shot some targets.
Was it an instructor that was?
Yes, it was someone that, basically, he hunts. Well, there was a pastor who hunts, and there was another guy who basically also owns guns, and he knows what he's doing. So we're shooting rifles and all types of stuff. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, I have fun, so.
I know. Yeah, because
I need to get my daggone instructor's license.
Yeah, we need to get on that.
I really do.
Definitely need to get on that. Yeah, because that's amazing. Because we always talk about that.
I shoot all the time, but
especially here talking about the black community and whatnot. It really, the church is it's a big part of the black community. The church.
Yeah.
And who was it that was saying
Negroes do whatever the pastor say do.
But that's true. But I think it was somebody today that was speaking that was like, we pretty much falling off. The church is basically falling off.
Oh yeah.
And they're not doing as good a job in the communities as they should be doing. And
Yeah,
that's because
teaching people how to be more servile. Man, I can't stand it.
Yeah, dependency on the government is a big factor there as well. So I mean, churches is built off your community, and if your churches are doing stuff, that basically means your community is doing things and it's taking care of itself. And I remember back, not me, I wasn't living back then. I'm not that old, but back in Pop's days and stuff, the churches were taking care of a lot of things, like their own health care. He's talking about training, defense training. They were taking care of each other. The church was doing that. They went to the church for their needs. They weren't dependent upon the government for that. That's why we always talk about how our father, him being 83 years old now, like his views basically were always more so conservative leaning. He just didn't realize it. Just from anecdotal experiences and stuff that his family and whatnot that he went through. It was just automatic for him to say, well, we're just gonna vote for the people that are for us. That was just a cliche thing to say and to do. So that's what we did growing up. So but his views were more so conservative because I mean, really, his faith was based in the church and dependency upon yourselves. You take care of yourself. That's basically what it all boiled down to.
Nobody gonna take care of you. You don't get something for nothing.
Mm-hmm.
You work hard and you get what's yours. And if you work for something, you should get that.
Yeah,
it's yours.
Exactly.
Government should not be taking 30% of my money that I work for. It ain't yours. I work for this money. I explained to a whole lot of people like, all right, you look at the income tax, which I think is theft, straight up theft from the IRS. They taking our money. But I explained to people like, all right, because they were like, but you need the tax, and we gotta have tax. I'm like, all right. So this is essentially what's going on. You tell your boss, you go to your thing, you sign the contract and everything. So I'm agreeing to work for $20 an hour for this job. You're agreeing to pay me $20 an hour. You're agreeing to pay me $20 an hour for the job I do. I'm agreeing to work for $20 an hour.
You don't make that.
So, all right, you do the job. Let's say you're gonna get paid $20 an hour for the week. So I'm gonna do the job. I'm gonna get paid. So the money coming on the train. And halfway down the train gets stopped by a group of guys. They get on the train. They take off 50% of the money off the train. They get off and they drive away. The train continues to come to you, and you get the money off the train, and you're only getting $10 an hour for what you work for, but you work for 20. So what happened when the guys went on the train and took the money off? What was that called? That's called thievery.
Yeah, they won't know there are people getting on the train. There was a moose coming and knocking the train over. That's what they are.
No, but the train still comes to you. So they went on there, they took the money off, they stole your money. Huh? What do you mean? How would it? So you going too far into the analogy? We ain't going into the logistics.
You have the wrong person here to have your analogies here today, man.
It's going to the destination it's gotta go to. Take the money.
Exactly. They getting the $10 off, $10 of your money, and they driving away with it.
I had a conversation with somebody about this exactly, and basically, all right. So I had a conversation with someone on Facebook where they were talking. I don't know. They said something about taxes, and basically, I just said something about. I said taxation is theft. I just commented on it. Yeah. Now here's the weird part. The dude that he's an acquaintance, not really a friend. The dude who's posted he ain't say not one thing to me. Really? Instead, someone that he knew who I didn't know. I guess he got his friend to come on and message me. So he DM'd me, and I'm like, who the fuck is? I'm like, what is this? But I'm like, all right, okay. So I messaged him anyway, and then we were talking. And he was like, well, I'm sorry, but you're wrong. Taxation is not theft. And I'm like, okay, hold on. Before we even get into it, define theft for me. And I don't know if anyone watches Stephen Crowder, but like he talked about how if you got to get people to define their terms, because they can move the argument anywhere. They can frame the argument. So I got him to define what is theft. He told me what it was, and I'm like, no, you're wrong. And then I gave him the actual definition. And theft is the act or the unlawful taking of someone's property. right? So it could be unlawful or just the very act. So I said, so by definition, okay, the very act of taking something that does not belong to you, whether it's a portion of something like taxing, is theft. And he tried to tell, he went on to tell me how I was, or tried to tell me how I was wrong. And I'm like, no, I just explained to you by definition. And at that point, he wasn't giving it up. He was just like, nah, look, I gotta go. It was nice talking to you. Maybe we could do this again sometime. I'm like, okay, yeah, likewise. And then, but then my roommate messaged me because we're all like, the guy, his post is my roommate's friend. They're friends. He said, yeah, I blocked Greg because he said that now, mind you, anyway, they get money from the government. That's all I'm gonna say. Okay. But he tried to flip it and tried to say that him getting money from the government is the reason why, basically saying he's stealing from me. He said that the reason why he gets money from the government is theft. And I'm like, no, I'm saying the simple act of the government taking it, not the programs put in place. Because you could still have those programs, don't have the government take it and let me donate to that and donate that money. I mean, the whole thing is if we took the government out of taking a percentage of our money to make the economy better, which before, pre-Trump, obviously was doing a piss poor job. But the whole thing is, why not just leave it up to the people to give money to these different programs and donate for these good causes? You know what I'm saying? Why is it that you can't trust your fellow American to basically do these things? No, we need the government to do it for us. No, we really don't. So
that's the danger. Definitely the danger. And we talk about it a lot too. Also, we always talk about father because he lived in a time that was completely different from this time. He didn't. His father wasn't. Never paid income tax.
Never paid income tax
because it wasn't implemented.
Until our father was born in 1934. So for him to even know that, it had to be in the 1930s.
Yeah.
Or 40. So he died in 49. So between 1934, my father being born, and seeing this going on in the house, his father never paid income tax. Why? Because it wasn't mandatory.
Exactly. Yeah, it was a mandatory, and so that really it put in my mind. I'm like, okay, so it wasn't mandatory. So when did this come in? Like, and even still, I look at it like, is it something that is it something that I don't know? A lot of people are gonna be like, oh, Wesley Snipes,
Exactly.
Wesley Snipes.
The problem is,
I think he knew what the deal was.
The problem is, you will be judged by a jury of your peers.
Right?
And when your peers don't understand that income tax is theft, and constitutionally the government has no right to your income, then, with that being said, they will go and rule against you when you choose to stand up and not pay unlawful tax.
Because you ain't paying, but I'm paying, so you gotta go.
Exactly. So they will put you in jail for that because they don't understand.
I think it just boils down to first of all, fundamentally it's wrong. What gives me the right to take $20 out of just say your $40 paycheck just to give it to somebody else who also may need, actually may or may not need it? It's fundamentally wrong for me to it's fundamentally wrong for me to just reach in your pocket and take it, point blank.
The level of charity that the country used to have. The level of charity was off the chain because people felt like they needed to help people. When you come and force me to put money to a pool that's going out to these people, I don't feel like I need to help nobody else.
Okay.
Right.
Charitable giving goes down when you're forced to give.
Yeah.
People don't want to give when they're forced to give.
Yeah, that's just the natural concept of it. So that's why I say, before people were taking care of themselves. Just fine. I mean, you had hospitals that were doing. I mean, they would have people coming in for free, helping people out.
Exactly.
Hospitals. Exactly. You didn't have to worry about. It wasn't so big of a deal. The whole healthcare. It wasn't a big deal.
People would help.
They were more charitable.
When the economy is good and people have plenty of money to spare.
Yeah. The charity level increase.
And the government ain't in their pockets every 5 seconds taking more out for stupid stuff. People are more willing to help their fellow man. People ain't gonna just sit there and watch a man rot to death on the side of the road.
I don't know.
I got a question.
You want to pass it around?
I should have got something one time.
She's gonna hold on my elbow. Christoph next time.
it may not be a very like popular question, but you have the military and you have doctors and nurses. So why do you have to pay so much to become a doctor or a nurse, but you can join the military for free, but they're both saving lives?
Well, I mean, they're completely different entities and whatnot, and they operate differently. So, when you're talking about the military,
I think the military should be paid more
yeah.
for what they do.
But
now, because you putting your life on the line, you signed this contract, giving your life over to the government, basically.
Yeah, and
they tell you what to do. You don't have control of your life no more. Like I done signed that line one time before. You do not control your own life. Just saying. If you leave, then you're a deserter. If they will confine you, they will court martial you. You're gonna live and work. I'm just saying, like you don't control your own life. So I think they should be compensated for their time, and then they come back and they're thrown to the side like a piece of trash.
Yeah, so they do say both save lives. You say both save lives, but they do it in different ways. So I mean, they're two completely different of means of doing that. So I mean, that's kind of hard to make the comparison between the two. You know, military and then doctors.
Okay, so do you think it's just talking about doctors and nurses? Do you think it's too much for them to have to pay to be able to come to save lives, or is it just the right amount for them to go through the whole process?
Well, as far as schooling and whatnot,
schooling and actually, yeah.
I mean, it's like a trade though. Being a doctor is like a trade. You learn on the job.
Yeah.
Especially you're gonna be a surgeon. You learn like on the job.
Mm-hmm.
You doing surgeries.
And
like, people go to schools and stuff like Duke University. They go to Duke and get procedures done. And students doing their job. I mean, you learn it's on the job training.
But definitely with anything, you got to think about the schooling that if that's what you're referring to, the schooling that takes place in any process, you're gonna have classes and courses and stuff that is probably not even necessary to your major or whatever you're majoring in, obviously. But that's just a system. When you look at colleges and whatnot, they're businesses, so they're obviously gonna be in it for making money. So it's always gonna be an element in whatever occupation that you find yourself in. It's always gonna be an element of they're getting you. They're getting your money. Regardless, it's gonna be more than what you would expect to pay. All right, because they're a business.
Pay like $100,000 to go to school and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And said like basically like military, you put on the range, told gave a weapon, told practice. It's more than that.
Mm-hmm.
Sleep on the military like this. Just saying.
But as far as the military, I mean, there's like
I understand where they're coming from.
Yeah, I mean, I still see it kind of differently because you're going through a system there with like talking about the schooling and stuff, paying into that system. But with the military, you're not really paying into. You pretty much giving up everything to go into it. But I don't think you're actually, coming out of pocket paying into becoming an sergeant in the Army or the Navy or whatever the case is there. So that's why I say it's kind of hard to compare those two lines. Oh, we got the babies on the line here. If y'all don't know,
hey Sierra,
Chris is kids.
Hey Sierra,
say hey. Say hey, Google. I know y'all don't care about this right now.
Hey Sierra.
Say hey.
Hey CJ.
Let him say hey to Uncle Joel, man.
I'm doing a video.
Let him say hey to Uncle Joel.
I'm live on video right now.
Gotta talk to the kids, man. They are future,
Mm-hmm.
What's up, buddy? How you doing, man? You doing all right? Hey, guess what? Guess what? We met Donald Trump.
I think you said you met Donald Duck.
We met Donald Trump, man. Huh?
You gonna say you met Donald Duck?
You want to cut? You want what? You know.
All right, talk to you later, buddy. All right, love you.
Yeah, that was the kids there. Gotta indulge the kids. Gotta definitely pour into them because, like we said, they are our future. So, bruh,
What launched tonight?
what launched tonight?
What launched tonight?
Talk about it. Oh, man, I'm about to drop it.
What that say right there? Oh, you might not can read.
Blexit.
Oh,
Y'all didn't get a hat?
It says Blexit. No.
Y'all didn't get a hat though?
Blexit
Y'all got a shirt
launched.
though, right? Everybody got a shirt, right? Everybody got a shirt.
Launched tonight.
Blexit launched tonight.
What I did get?
What's that?
I did get the America First sign with the Blexit.
That's top notch. That's top notch. I like
I
that.
was like, hey, can I take this? She's like, yeah, go ahead.
Oh, really? Okay, so it's just like that, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. You special. You
It
special.
said Blexit, not
You special.
Flexit.
Yeah, Blexit, not Blexit. Yeah, it had to be Crystal. So Blexit dropped tonight. You know the infamous Blexit. You know the black exit. All right, we exiting from the left. All right, it was a mass exit, and this event was the perfect. This event was the perfect time to do it. All right, so what did you think about it? What did you think? How about it? I'm kind of stoked when just saying the word Blexit. I'm stoked about it. You know. Because it's gonna be big. I haven't checked out the website yet.
All I know is I'm gonna be at if they're probably gonna come to Philly. Probably Philly or South.
Oh yeah, they come to Philly.
South Philly's not on the map, but they'll come. No, they come.
Y'all need it. They come to Philly. They're gonna help y'all out.
Designed these and we got them for free. That's a done deal. So
I told him we was walking around looking like a pair of Yeezys in there, man. Like real talk. We was like colorful. They had purple, orange, like turquoise, I guess it was, like a sky blue color.
I hate that daggone. I can't stand the way they look.
Shh.
I'm just saying, I'm being honest.
What's y'all feelings on Blexit?
I think it's really cool because so many different inner cities are going to be a part of it with the rallies. That's going to be amazing. I think that's going to get way more people involved.
Yeah.
I think that is going to change a lot more than we could ever imagine.
Definitely.
With the rallies. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. What about you, man? Greg, how do you feel about the Blexit, man?
I mean, personally, I think the Blexit is monumental because, I think it could rival in popularity and like just how huge it's going to be, probably the walk away movement. Because essentially, it's the walk away movement, except we're getting as many Black American people as we can, and we're already, we already left, but but Blexit's going to different inner cities that are already impoverished by the Democratic Party, so we can get more of those people because we're already here. We could talk about this all day, but we're preaching to the choir. I'm pretty sure that's why they're trying to, and that's what I came here for.
Yeah.
I came here because we need to basically brainstorm and talk about what can we do so when we go back home to our individual communities, what can we do to make a difference there? And I think that Blexit is definitely going to be able to do a lot of big things by going to these different cities and whatnot. So, again, it's putting what you're saying into practice and not just saying something's got to change, somebody's got to do something. You're actually putting into action. You're being the change that you want to see. So that's what I think about it. I think it's going to be a great thing, and I can't wait to be a part of it.
Definitely awesome, well spoken. It is definitely something that I believe is more targeted, and I believe it's going to make a big impact. Definitely, Christoph, what are your thoughts on Blexit, man? I know you just coming to this thing, so you're not really a political guy, or whatnot, but you don't have to be political.
I'm not a political guy, but I'm open-minded. I like to, expand my mind, so I'm open to anything. But I think it's going to be really cool because you have a whole lot of people who, like I said, don't know each other, never met before, coming together on this same topic, making change, wanting to see change, and actually doing something about it.
True. Definitely. And this is something, like I said, we're here, and it's like what, maybe 300, 400 plus people here or whatnot. Maybe my numbers are off, but there's a lot of people here. Like my man said, we all like-minded, preach to the choir, but this is going to be something. It's a mass exodus, man. We off the plantation, bro, but we are also geared towards getting many others off of the plantation as well and changing the mindset. And who better to do it? What's that?
Yeah, some people who don't want to come off the plantation.
And that's why we're going to target those individuals.
Man,
yeah.
Shoot them in their face, they want to go back.
They still want to go back. But that's what we're geared towards doing. Like you said, we're here talking about it and discussing it. We're going to take it back to these inner cities and make a difference. Most definitely. That's the goal. So we got a lot of big names. If I like Kanye West, he was just talking to Trump at the White House like a couple weeks back, and they tripped off of him about it, of course. But he's a part of this. They did have a heart attack, right? I mean, what did about that? Like, what did he say in that meeting that was so like this? They had people so distraught, supposedly, because they were acting as if he said something that was so like outlandish that it could be probably even determined as racist. Like that.
Everything that every black person loves to bring up, and they still got mad.
They still got mad at him. I mean, the dude even said, "I love Hillary Clinton."
He even talked about stop and frisk. He talked about all the time.
He talked about stop and frisk. So I mean, those issues, but they didn't focus on those things. I mean, all he did was go to Trump and be like, love, 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 love. And the media was just like, can you believe? Cool. Can you believe Kanye? He said, love. So you hate love now? Love is the wrong is wrong now? Like, is this upside down word or what? I mean, really, seriously.
Because Trump is so bad, he doesn't deserve anybody's love. So,
Coon, canceling out others' negativity.
Say that again.
Coon, canceling out others' negativity.
That makes me embrace the term. Yeah, I'm cool, man. I'm canceling out all the negativity that the left brings into this area right here, okay? This right here, it's a cool mindset, all right? So when you come and embrace that. Now, I like that, Chris. I appreciate it, man. I like that. I'm gonna cop that from you, all right? Is it okay if I cop that from you? Y'all heard it here first. It was Christoph. Christoph said it, but I'm gonna use it, okay? I already like Uncle Tom. I take that. I wear it on my shoulders because we already know. Yeah, Uncle Tom. Yeah, he a hero. So, but Coon, I was trying to figure that one out. I still was like whatever. But now it's like canceling out others' negativity. I like that. Yeah, we take that. Yeah, y'all say you're thinking about it like. Was that a I asked him real quick. He was looking up like that. Was that a I wish I had thought of that, or was that like no, I ain't with that?
No, it was actually neither. That was just me really thinking about
it. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Yeah. So yeah, bless it. I mean, we already talked about this. We already discussed.
yeah.
She started it off.
Yeah.
You did. She started off. Okay, yeah, nigga. Yeah, I don't know where you were.
To your kids,
I was talking about the White House. That's where I was at. So my man, what do you think about the whole Kanye West White House business? Since he's a big part of this right here, this movement, this blessed, right? I mean, since he's a big part of it, what are your thoughts on the whole White House movement and just him being in this movement as a whole?
Honestly, just a couple points. I mean, first of all, he's not a politician, so everybody that's saying that he needs to. Like him speaking the way he spoke and him being sporadic. You guys, either y'all don't know Kanye or y'all are just trying to act like that's not Kanye. But we all know that Ye's going to be Ye. So that's number one. The other thing is he talked about everything that y'all are asking for, but y'all are at the same time telling people not to go to the White House and talk about it. So wait, so you either want the problem to stay the same, but all right, never mind. You want the problem to stay the same, but you just want to complain about it. We get it. But that's not what we're about. So, because it's funny how people will talk about, how they want prison reform and all these other different things and free my nigga this and free my nigga that. But when someone goes to fix the problem and talk to the man that can get it done and has pardoned people already, y'all still mad. It doesn't make any sense. Like the other thing is, again, Kanye speaking the way he did. I mean, regardless of whether you agree with his delivery or not, his message was simple. And if you don't agree with his message, then there's probably something wrong with you, or you weren't paying attention. But it's one of the two. Yeah.
If you don't agree with Kanye's message, you just
well, if you were hating on his message, there's something wrong with you because if you were listening, but you still are like, nah, fuck that, and you got a problem, bro. You gotta solve that.
And I can understand you don't even have to agree with everything that the man says. That's not even the point. The fact is that the media, that the way they portrayed it was like he just did something so outlandish and I couldn't understand it. Well, of course I could, but they're the media. They're the leftist media, obviously. Okay, he got another one. Christoph has another one. No fun. Stop putting it on because they're gonna start taking your stuff. Yeah. Go ahead. If it's good, you might.
It's like, okay, so everybody's afraid of something. It's called fear. So you have two different meanings of fear. You have face everything and run, or forget everything and just run. Like basically one meaning, face everything and run, or forget everything and just not do anything about it. So you have the people right here on that type of fear, and they're facing everything that they're taking it, all the negativity, they're facing it head on, and they're decided to go fight against it. And they fight against it.
I completely missed it. Dang it. Redo it. Oh no. Summarize.
I just said everybody's afraid of something. It's called fear, and like the meaning of fear is face everything and run.
Yeah.
So you have everybody out there who sees the problem, but they're too scared to face it. Then you have us or people like
Yeah.
they're facing the problem, like taking in all the negativity, attacking it head on, and just not being afraid to
stand up for it. Okay, well, Krista, where you coming up with this stuff, man? Like this coming from the heart. Like what's going on here?
My
I got your puns are becoming reality. Yeah, it's the pun king over here. Yeah, you need to create a website, christophspuns.com or something, because he's coming up puns out the tail. But anyway, yeah, I like that, man. But definitely, it's something that is going to really shake the world, man. Because Kanye, I don't think he's really had anything to. I know, right? I don't think he's really had anything to tie himself to since he's really come out as being more conservative. Which I don't think. Get out of my face, man. I'm speaking here. Get out of my face. I'm hungry. Dang, it wouldn't come off, man. I tried to pull a leftist move and knock his hat off, you know. I wanted to be the first one on camera to knock somebody's Brexit hat off, you know. Right. We don't believe that for 1 second. But anyway, like I was saying, before, since Kanye has come out, I don't think he's had anything to really tie himself to, except for Make America Great Again hat, which is already viewed as racist, which is probably not a good look when you're first coming out. So being able to tie himself to Brexit, of course, some people are going to see that as racist, but there's a way stronger support group, I think, that's going to be for Brexit than there is for like black people in Make America Great Again. That's simple. So I think this is really something that he'll be able to attach himself to, that it's really going to be able to literally shake the entire world. So what do y'all think about that? I agree. No, disagree.
Pretty shook, so.
Yeah, exactly. So, Christoph, going back home, what's something that you learned this weekend that you feel like you'll be able to take back home to the people? Because I know they say you're not political. You probably never talk about this stuff at school with friends or anything like that, or even family. So, what's something that you think you can take back home and you may be able to give to the people that you learned this weekend, if anything at all?
Like I said, first time taking in a lot of information, trying to process everything. So I really can't summarize or say what I actually learned, because I'm still processing at the moment.
Makes sense. Yeah, definitely. Okay, that's cool. All right. It's kind of, I know, I mean, you already doing your thing. I don't think there's anything that you need to do, like, personally, like, you already on the moves. Okay. And while you're at it, I guess you can just go ahead and quick shout out, do all your, your social media handles.
Okay, so for Twitter, it's so dumb. Sup, it's Shekinah. SHEKINAH.
Is it like Shekinah? Is it like Bible sup? Like,
like sup with us?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
That's really what you were thinking about when you met?
Yes.
I was joking, but dang. Are you serious? I was joking. No, I know. Wait, because I'm like gone right now because I was joking with that. I did not know.
You'll sit here and play a Twitter handle like that?
No, I'm not. But I'm just saying. No, we've been in church forever, but I'm just saying. I mean, she killing us, bro.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So how you gonna play it like that?
It's so,
yeah.
Hey, brothers, what I'm saying.
And then my Instagram is she.kin.ah. That's it. SHE.KIN.AH. Yep.
Spell your name.
Mm-hmm.
It's really how you spell it.
Mm-hmm.
With the dots.
Without the dots.
Yep.
So this. With the dots.
Without the dots.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Okay. You got it. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, that's her.
All right, cool. All right.
I know she was like, no, the hairdresser told me they were gonna have me on the video, but they lied to me.
What?
That's what she was thinking.
We're not
That's what she was thinking.
We're not
Come on. She was thinking they were.
No.
When are they gonna call me up like that?
Okay, that's how you want to be found on. Greg? You doing your thing already too, so I'm pretty sure there's nothing really that you.
No, listen, I'm gonna be honest. I'm actually just trying to get my YouTube channel up and running. I mean, you know, me and one of my friends, we're gonna do a podcast. I just know people. That's the only thing is I just well,
It's like we get worse than censorship for some reason. I'm like, why do you hate us so much?
Oh, they gonna get it.
Well, I honestly, I think starting out it might be all right, but as soon as it starts, being more prominent, it is going to be a problem. But you know what?
Suck you, but you person.
What?
No, she did not say suck you.
What?
Anyway.
But
That's all we do. That's why you read it.
Funny.
I mean,
I had to read that one because I saw it like, no.
nah, but I mean, the YouTube channel will be like, I'll say it will be up and running probably in the next couple of weeks. Just go and subscribe. You will get notified when I actually do post videos. I'm going to be posting videos about this whole thing. Me and my boy Devin, we're going to be doing a podcast on there. So, but yeah, you can find my YouTube at Slipknot. All this is all one word, no spaces. Slipknot of VHS.
Hit me up. I mean, just hit me up when we get it.
Oh yeah, of course. And also definitely subscribe to Major League Liberty on YouTube. Facebook, they normally go live. They get their live videos up there, and then they'll post it to YouTube later. So if you want to, be a part of the conversation, let me make sure I'm in this. I just thought about it. I'm like, wait, I can't see me. I'm like, there's lights on, so I know I can be seen. I know you can see me. It's not dark in here. No, but you can find Major League Liberty on Facebook. If you want to be a part of the conversation, definitely check them out on the weekdays. You'll get notified, when they go live. And yeah, just a bunch of patriots, people that are for freedom, conservatives, and libertarians too, just talking together. Yeah, and that's about it.
And you can definitely find the Hayes Brothers at the Hayes Brothers on YouTube and Brothers Hayes on.
Hayes Brothers. Hayes Brothers is one word.
Yeah, I don't know why is that so hard, man.
It's Hay with the ears on it. Hayes. So you know how to spell it.
Got a pun for that?
No.
Okay, cool. Never mind. Forget it. It's all good. We all love each other. It's all about love here. It's like Kanye was talking about. It's all about love. And the media, like they say, they're flipping and twisting, and they'll say that we were paid to come to this event. They'll come up and they'll say that we are white supremacists. All these things that really don't make logical sense if you really think about it. But they'll say it and they'll put it out there, and some people will believe it. Christoph is laughing behind me. I wonder why.
You gotta finish it out. Oh God. you gotta finish it out with the joke.
Oh, you've been on fire. You've been on fire tonight. Please don't mess this up.
I'm gonna take home.
What do you, Christoph? Hold it.
If you came here with your mind already said, what do you need to take home?
No, I found out that there are bullwinkles that I need to go find. I'm gonna be thinking about these bullwinkles all week now because I got to go get to.
Shekinah gonna hook us up with some with a cabin so we can go hunt some mooses and some elkses.
I gotta bring a bullwinkle home.
Moose jerky.
I will try it.
Okay, that's what's up. That's what's up. I'm like this.
Squirrels.
Oh, you can get some moose jerky. You can get some moose jerky.
You got that on nigger squirrels, elkses, and bullwinkles.
That's we never
talk about Jesse Lee.
Oh God.
We 2 hours in. We gotta hit Jesse though.
Oh God, quick, real quick, make it quick.
How do we feel about Jesse?
That's what you asked?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay. It's some things. Yeah.
I went on a lot of stuff too, but then once he get to like the hatred thing, he real crazy when it comes to hate. He like
women
hate
and
is
hate.
not of God.
Yeah, and then it's like he make it seem
no,
like
he said, yeah, he did say that.
Yeah, he said,
anger. That's what it is. Not hate. Anger. He said anger is of Satan.
Which the Bible.
But I was like, but God gets angry, and Jesus got angry and whipping people.
Whipping people out of the church. Yeah.
Anger is not bad. It's don't let your anger have you to sin. That's the problem.
Yeah.
Now, you could be
It said,
angry.
Be angry, but do not sin.
Exactly.
That's what it said.
Anger is fine.
What's that? Actions taken out of anger cannot replace. No, cannot. No. Your actions. That's what I say. Actions be louder than words. Because once you've acted, then you can't take that back. So yeah, Jesse.
I mean, Jesse, he cool people though. I mean, he alright, but then some stuff. Oh,
the plantation.
I was on the plantation. Like you weren't on the plantation, Jesse. I'm sorry.
Yeah. How old is he? Like
You was probably on
60s?
a sharecropping
Sharecropping
farm.
farm.
Yeah, I can give you that. But he be like,
Plantation.
yeah. When you say that, it kind of
Yeah,
it takes people down
misleading.
the wrong road.
It's misleading.
Yeah, it is.
Look, I'm black and I'm dumb, I'm slow, so I don't understand what you're saying. I'm like, oh yeah,
I'm old and I'm a little slow, so you got to slow down talking like that. Just all right though. He all right.
Yeah,
I would love to go on there and just talk with that dude. Like, what you talking about, Jesse? What we gonna do today?
I find myself watching him for comedy sometimes.
Yeah.
He's hilarious, man.
He is fun.
He's hilarious.
Yeah, but that joke got that commercial, man. That dude be dancing to the side, talking about his shirt. She's like, get out of here.
He's funny, man.
You watch him too?
You don't watch?
You know?
You never watch Jesse?
You know what, Jesse?
Oh my God!
You gotta watch
him.
at
He
least
is
once.
hilarious.
If you start out watching, watch the interview he did with
Amber Rose.
Oh, that's a good one.
God.
That's a good one.
She is
It's about the slut walk.
Yeah.
It's about the slut walk, right? It's
Yeah,
a slut
dude,
walk.
dude,
Yeah,
watch
she got
that one.
the annual slut walk. You see?
now he opens all of his shows with it.
Really?
Notice that if you watch any new episodes, he'll always start off with, I'm not gonna spoil it for you, but that one thing he says to Amber Rose.
Oh,
yeah,
it's so
yeah,
hilarious
yeah.
though. That he made the shirts out of? Yeah, he started. Okay, yeah. Oh man, we got to put you on there. It's hilarious. It probably will make you become a feminist or something. I don't know, but yeah, no, it won't. Yeah, put us on, Jesse. Hey, so that's gonna conclude. We done went over here. We've been going for 2 hours. Like everybody's probably tired, you
I
know.
want to go longer, but everybody else want to go back to their room. So.
Hey man, yeah, you got
Ain't nothing.
yeah.
Y'all bring me some food.
Yeah, right. You know, they're not gonna bring food. Oh, Christoph he wanted to end with something, but
Y'all already heard this, so don't say it.
Oh God.
Knock knock. Isabel.
Yo, come. All right.
indulge him, maybe? No.
Go ahead, because I.
Please indulge him. He will keep going.
Isabel work on the show. I keep knocking.
And with that,
Continue to fight for the Constitution, people,
so that hopefully
and prayerfully.
we never have to use
Should I do it?
these. No,
Okay.
I don't have my gun.
There's nothing in there. You're not gonna know if it is or if it isn't, but it's not.
Peace.
Why would I go to jail? It was just.
Mic drop.
Oh, white supremacy. Yeah, I know, right?